Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I hope y'all have had a good day. Are y'all excited for the second time? Uh, More non-Lego, but I'm getting better at it. Or at least I feel like I have. I've definitely made progress, so I'm proud of that. Not to pat myself on the back, but I gotta acknowledge the work that I'm putting in, right? Welcome in, Nick. Welcome in, Chaotic Derlina. Welcome in, Gasodras. Welcome in, Next. Welcome in, y'all. How have y'all days been? Hopefully everything's been going well and you're succeeding in life and just astounding everyone around you. And if not, I'm sure it'll happen soon. It always does. Oh my gosh, I was kind of like, not stressing, but I was like, I had this moment right as I hit go live to where it connected to YouTube because I had everything set up and I was like, okay, it's fine, everything's connected. And then I was like, okay, while I wait for the timer to count down, I'm gonna take my little pad of sticky notes and I'm gonna write down like little ideas of like, oh, here's some things that I wanted to talk to so that I don't forget. And I start like looking around wildly. I'm like, oh, where is it? I forgot that I'd given it to my dad like 2 days ago and I haven't gotten it back. And that's my only pad of sticky notes. Well, I think I have another pair, but it's like somewhere in the mess that is my room. So I have no pad of sticky notes right now. I'm sticky noteless and I'm not frustrated, but I'm a little upset about it. Oh my gosh. I won't be talking for most of the stream, kind of busy, but not really. No worries, no worries. Hopefully you get, you finish whatever you need to finish and finish off strong. Because an issue that I have is like, oh, I'm willing to work on stuff, but right as I get to the end, I'm like, well, I'm like basically done, and then I like slow down my work progress, which, like, it's not good. It's not good. I wish I always finished off strong as much as I started, but I lose steam halfway through and then I'm just like, oh, I'm tired. Typical Paprika forgetting something kind of important. No, I didn't forget. That was my dad. My dad said, oh, I'll bring it back to you later. And it has been a little bit more than later, I would assume. But then again, we're of Mexican descent. So later is, in Spanish, is ahorita. And ahorita, notoriously, is not a solid unit of measurement. It is something so, vague, that you never know what you're signing up for with ahorita. So that should have been my first red flag. I should have been like, when? Can you specify when and sign a contract saying that you state exactly this unit of measurement is the ahorita that you are mentioning for this specific return date of my sticky notes. Oh my gosh. I'm on a school bus. Yo, don't leave your head against the window. The boom, boom, boom. Oh man, I remember getting knocked out a couple times because of the screws on the window frames. Very fun, very fun. A portal, it's opening. Send you hear familiar and your voice on the left, you see a shadow. Welcome in, Antonio. Welcome in. Oh my gosh, it is. I was about to say Thursday. It's not Thursday. It's Friday, y'all. Hopefully it's Friday. I don't know if there's someone who it may be Saturday for, some future time travelers, or maybe someone watching this in the super future where it's like not even 2023 anymore. That would be crazy. Okay, like just imagine it though. Like time, technically, I don't know if I saw this in a movie or if this was like an actual science lecture that I listened to, but time runs like simultaneously, so all time is running at the exact same time. So like 2050 is running at the same time now, and we're running at the same time as like 1987 or something like that, right? And so as I'm saying that, if someone were to be watching this video in the future, they'd be like, oh my god, she said my year. Like, wouldn't that be just like fucking insane? I don't know. It's a thought that I had that I probably shouldn't follow for too long because that feels like a brain-breaking thought, but something that I thought about. Yay, happy Friday. Yes, it is a happy Friday. Welcome in, clown. Welcome in. We're gonna be working on not Lego, ballady, something, right? It's something, but it's going to be a Dutch Hound. It's starting to kind of look like a Dutch Hound. Whenever I compare it to the stream that I did of it before, it definitely looks a lot more different. So, it's definitely going to look like it, hopefully. Oh man, the thing that sucks about puzzles is that you're never sure if like all the pieces are actually accounted for until the very end. So you put in all that work and then hopefully at the end everything goes perfectly fine, and if not, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of screwed. I mean, what are you going to do? Go back to the store and be like, hey, I'm missing a piece. Like, unless it's a very small puzzle, that's going to be hard to identify. Or, not hard to identify, but hard to really convince them to, hey, give me another piece. I mean, even then, they're not going to give you the other piece. They're just going to be like, you can exchange it if they choose to do anything about it. And if not, you're just kind of left there with an incomplete puzzle, so that's fun. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I also have successfully not stepped on any Legos, and I have figured out the strategy, okay? The just pure Lego mind strategy to building them, how to not get bored, how to not get too anxious, because I get anxious just sitting around in one place for too long. I always need to move around a lot. And so that was one of the problems that I had, like with building this. I was trying to build it on my desk, and I was like, ugh, I can't get into it. What is wrong? You gotta lay on the floor, or for me at least. That's my strategy. I lay on the floor and I pour out the bags. I make sure they stay in their own pile so that I can scoop them back into the bag when I'm done. But I lay on the floor and I like just pour them onto the floor and then I work like that. It is such a faster work pace. It makes a true difference. Oh my gosh, big brain? Yeah, hella big brain, massive brain, just gigantic cranium, honestly. Oh my gosh, brush friend on your left? Okay. Left of the screen or left of me? Like, my left or the screen's left? Because when you're looking at me, this... No, that's your right. This is your left. And, like, me... No, that is my left. Oh my god, that is the most confusing thing ever. So, I'm not good at my right or left. So know that going forward. Even the L's don't really work for me because I don't recognize that in my head. It's just like, I like make the gesture to start writing, and whichever one feels more natural, I'm like, that's my right. So this is my left, this is my right. Yeah. This is my right and this is my left. But to you, this is your right and this is your left. I think. Oh man, it's like whenever you're following a dance video. Have you ever done that when you're watching a dance video and it's like mirrored? And it's like, wait, okay, so do I go that way when they go that way, or do I follow them? I always just follow them. At that point, I don't even care about the directions and stuff, because honestly, it's a surprise if I even get some of the dance moves correct. So I'm just like, whatever. The whole point is just to move, and so that's it. But oof, it is difficult. They're like, left, and they're doing it one way, which for you should be the opposite, but because my brain doesn't process fast enough, I'm just like, yes, I'll just follow your lead, and it's fine. But it's not fine, because then people make fun of you, so it's great. Oh my gosh. How to know a true genius? They are able to point out right and left, like, immediately and don't hesitate. I don't think any of my friends can do that. Oh man, I'm gonna have to ask them tonight. We're gonna hang out tonight and I'm gonna be like, hey guys, do you hesitate if I were to say, lift up your right hand? That would be funny to see. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Things are going great. I don't know, it's hot. I was gonna say I changed sweatpants because yesterday I was wearing sweatpants and it was too hot for that today. It still is too hot for that today, so I changed into shorts and it feels great. My legs are free. I feel free. It's nice. I got cold water too. It's not that hot. Honestly, it's like the same temperature it's always been. It feels hot. It feels hotter than normal. And so because of that, I'm like, I must return to summer attire despite it being, what month are we in? September? We're in September, right? Yeah, we're in September. Oh my god, that was... Ugh, I wish I could say that was fake. I really, really wish. No. Yeah, no. Are we? Yeah, because last month was back to school month with staples. And so now it's a month after that. Makes sense. Me have glitter in my hair? Oh my god, why do you... Why do you have glitter in your hair? Oh man, I'm gonna have to move the arm that's holding the the camera for the stream. You know, the hand cam portion of it. It's like right in the way of chat. Or I could just be a little smart and scoot chat more to the side. That way I can see. That would be the true big brain approach to it. Aha, I'm learning. You're right, hun, don't stress it. Let me guess, you lay on the floor and swing your legs in the air? No, because then my legs lose circulation, so I have to keep them flat. Did you know that if you cross your legs, it doesn't help with the circulation, and it can affect you at dentist appointments? And I haven't gone to a distant dentist recently, but the last time that I went, I always crossed my legs whenever I was sitting on their chair because their chair is, long, and so I feel weird with just my legs just sprawled out. So I always cross them. And the last time that I was there, they were like, oh, can you please uncross them because it it's not good. We need your blood circulating or whatever so we can do this, this, and that. And I was like, it affects that. And so the more you know with Paprika, right? Oh my gosh. But yeah, no. I'm thinking about sometime soon scheduling. See, that's the problem. I keep saying, oh, I'm thinking about scheduling the appointment soon, like it's not my health at stake. But I'm scared. I'm scared to go, and then they'd be like, oh, you haven't been here in years. Here's a list of things that's wrong with you. So, like, good luck, because I don't have the time to deal with that. Like, I don't want anything to be wrong, and so in my head's like, nothing can be wrong if you don't go, but that's not safe, so don't do that, guys. Go to the doctor regularly. Please get your yearly checkups and stuff. Don't be like me. This is a horrible decision that I need to alleviate soon. Really soon, actually, because I mean, the one thing that I can't shrug off are my prescriptions. Because then I can't see. So I'm gonna have to go to the optometrist soon, and then once I schedule that, I'm like, well, I might as well go ahead and schedule all these other appointments. So I'm gonna go soon, super soon, because I think I need to get that scheduled before the end of this month, I think so. So yeah. I meant to say me instead of me have. Also, I had to put glitter in my hair because of Spirit Week at school. Gotcha. I remember that. It was like, oh, crazy sock day and like red shirts or stuff. Those are always like the most tame days, and then they'd have stuff like crazy hair day and stuff like that. They got crazier after I left school. Oh my god, I remember I would see my little cousins getting dressed up for that, and I was like, what the hell, what's going on here? I thought you were going to school, and they're like, it's Spirit Week, and it's like, oh man, like every other week is Spirit Week, jeez. From Adventures Endgame. Gotcha. Stinky Paprika needs to have her mouth destinkified. What are you talking about? I smell great. I smell amazing. I attract so many animals. And you know what humans are considered? Animals. So, I'm just like one of the greatest people to ever live, to be honest. I mean, if you ever met me in person, you would just be like, oh man, that explains a lot. Like, this is why I stick around. This is amazing. Like, I'm just too good. The camera could never, ever capture just the total encapsulation that is I, Paprika Cheers. So just be glad, okay? Be glad that you can't smell me, because otherwise you would never want to leave the live. You would sob incoherently when the live ended. So it's for the best, trust me, it's for the best. Hey yo, welcome in here, Coon. We're gonna be working on Legos again. Also, I forgot, but don't say anything about my nails, because I did not get the chance to repaint them. And, you know, having been working on the Lego set, you know, pretty on and off, but, you know, a decent amount, I've chipped a lot of my nails. They're not, like, all broken, but the nail polish is coming off. So, just let's all pretend we do not perceive that, okay? Attracting animals isn't a good thing, like rats? Well, that's not entirely true. Maybe it's like, what's a famous rat? Remy. You know, Remy can cook. If you can attract him, like, that's a good thing, because he likes good food. So, like, it's not a bad thing. Yeah. I don't know. I was Project 13 from NASA. What are you talking about? I'm gonna say something about your nails. Don't say anything. Not a word. Not a single word. You shouldn't even mention the word nails. Oh my gosh, nah. I was supposed to repaint them in the morning, because I try not to paint my nails until, like, either the day before or the day of the hand cam stream, but I kind of forgot that I needed to paint them, because, like, for the most part, the nail polish is still intact. It's just the edges where I've been, like, prying off Legos because of how many times that I messed up, and then do that step again and again and realize I had it right the first time. So yeah, it's unforgiving to people with nails, but it could be worse. It definitely could be worse, so yeah. Don't. And, you know, I think I could put you in a timeout. I think that's something that I can do. I can put user in timeout. If I click that, will it give me the option? Oops. Wait, how do I untime out? Hide user. So I thought it was gonna give me the option to choose the amount of time they go into a timeout for. If I click it again, will it untime out them? Now I feel bad. Oh my god. I should have read the instructions first. Let me just... Sorry. It didn't give me the choice like I thought it would. Oh my gosh. Guys, don't mess with me in moderating because I don't know what I'm doing, so it could end up worse for both of us. Oh my gosh. It could have been worse. I could have put ban and, you know, seen what had happened then. Clown isn't here? Yeah, they are. Well, I don't know if here now in the present, but they were here. They did, what's it called? Exist to some extent at one point in the live. Sus? What are you talking about? I'm here. See, they are present. They are present and accounted for. Just zoned out of it. I felt that. I felt that. Oh my gosh. I have this really cool thing that I can do with my eye, but I'm glad that it doesn't have individual eye tracking because it would be hella embarrassing. You know what I forgot to do? Okay, give me 2 seconds because I realized I didn't post the TikTok that's like, oh guys, you know, I'm live, come check me out and stuff, which is why I didn't have the hand cam completely set up. Everything is set up with exception to just the connection of the actual camera. Because I was like, I'm gonna use that to post the TikTok and so that I don't have to, you know what I mean, right? I'm like clicking buttons and trying to read because it's at an angle. Okay, there we go. So now I can start the server there. And then everything should be connected. And so if I switch to... I can read. There it goes. As soon as I say I can read, my reading ability comes back. But ta-da! The blessed hands that are totally perfectly, you know, if I move them just fast enough, maybe they won't know. Oh my gosh, why was I mentioned? Muted who? Who'd you put in timeout? Oh, just Gas. It's okay. It's okay. They're here in spirit. You can hear if you listen quiet enough. They're still there. I can hear you in the stream. I'd say just keep Discord open so you can see the funny things. I just can't message. Yeah, see, they're there. And then if I just put this to the side, then I can read what they say, and then you'll just have to believe me. Oh my god, they're putting that they're the stinkiest person on earth, and that I smell great. Guys, y'all are missing what Gas is saying. Oh my god, they say I'm a fabulous person. They're so amazing. They're so nice. And let's go ahead and put pause on this, and put play on that, and there we go. And now we're in the vibes. And this is gonna go, because I need so much space to work on this Lego. I mean, it's not big. It's just... It's the pile of Legos. I need those. Because if not, then I can't actually work on the stuff. So there's a bag, and then there's this bag, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that one out. I hope I can still see somewhat. I forgot, I have another light that I can just turn on. There we go, we got more lights. So funny thing about me, I can't see if something isn't like saturated enough, so the more so the less light is on something, the less saturated it becomes. And I have trouble seeing that. And so I can't see very well in the dark at all. Once it starts getting just slightly late, my head starts hurting because I'm trying to like focus harder so that I can actually see, you know, like specific details and stuff, and I'm unable to. So, so yeah, I have not an obsession with lights, but I definitely am just the slightest bit like a moth to where I'm like, there's a light, I must go towards it. Not in horror games though, because horror games usually, well, honestly, no matter where you go, it's always horror, no matter where you go. Pants are back? Exactly. Might wash my hair to get the glitter out. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Otherwise, you gotta just wait for it to fall out. And that would not be as good of an idea. But look, ta-da, guys! It's the dog. And look, it even has the start of the little, like, collar thingy. I've been working diligently. And you can see, like, the ton of handprints from how much I've handled this. Oh my gosh. But yeah. And then I left off on... yeah. On this page, which is significantly further in than where we were before. So be proud of me, guys. Be proud of me. I need the validation. Okay. And so the process that I've been going with is I like go through and I look at all the little pieces, which is kind of hard with the glare. I also have my room light on, which probably wasn't the best call for me, but it's okay. But I look at where the separations are and stuff to see how long the pieces are. Like this one's a 3x2. And then there's like a bigger one there, and then I just like go around once collecting all the pieces. So yeah, I'm very proud you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to get some, what's it called, external acknowledgement. That's a 4x2. This is a 3x2, which is what the top needs right there. I hope I don't have to go and turn off the room light, because that would be annoying. Come here. What is this? I can't tell. Is that a 1? Yeah, that's a 1 and a 4. And then is that another one? Hold on, hold on. I gotta like put this so close to my face. I have old lady eyes. I'm not even that old, but where'd that piece come? Okay, it's right there. I gotta put it in a place that I won't lose. Okay, the 1 dots. The 1 dots. The 1 dots. You want to tell your dad, JK? I don't know your dad. Good, good. Yeah, I can't even imagine what you would tell my dad. My dad is very proud of me, if that's what you're talking about. So proud of me. He's always telling me that. It's like, I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh. And I'm proud of you more than just the Legos. Yo. Nice. You mean I don't have to work hard in my Lego building just for people to be proud of me? Oh man, this is gonna change my life. Oh my gosh. I see the party poppers. Man, it is gonna be over for y'all whenever I figure out how to set up like the big streamers where they have like those things also show up in chat. Or not in chat, but like by the overlays and stuff, because like it looks so fun. Because you get to see everyone's reaction, including the mobile users. So apparently, I can know one thing about the mobile users with that feature, and it's that they're watching the stream on mobile and in, whatchamacallit, in like vertical mode. So rather than being in, what's this, landscape portrait. So it has to be in portrait mode, so not full screen. And then it gives you the option to actually do it, and you have to have chat up and stuff. Because then you can, I'm like describing it on my hand, but you know what I mean, right? So yeah, that's an interesting thing that I know. And I know it from experience because I also watch live streams on my phone. Oh my god, it's just useful. I don't like spending a lot of time at the computer. There we go. Okay, and then 1 dot on each side. And it goes to the second one. So right there. And then right here. Wait, yeah. There we go. And then these 4 go underneath it. Is that on both sides? Yeah, it is. There we go. And then we need more 1 pieces. So 2 more and then 2 3x2s. That's a 4x2, so the 3x2s are going to be here. So I have noticed in working with this set, they do sort it a little bit. So like the 3x2s from far away, they're going to look a little bit similar to the 4x2s. So in a pile of Legos, they're going to look super similar. And you would have to actually count to differentiate them. I mean, they look a little different, right? But that's once you look closer. In the grand scheme of things, they look kind of similar. So what they did was they put them in separate baggies. So like the 2 blocks, the just straight 2 blocks, and then the corner blocks, those are in different bags too. So they did sort it a little bit. So I have to give them props or credit where credit is due, right? So good on them for that. But it would have just, like, at this point, just make more baggies because where is anything? But it's fine. It's fine. What I used to love about Lego building instructions is missing or getting 1 piece wrong and not realizing 50 mistakes later. Oh yeah, for real. Man, if I get to that point where like I'm missing a piece, I can't guarantee how this dog's gonna look at the end. Because at that point, I would not be tempted to like, oh, let me just go back as many steps as I need, because no. I'm just gonna put whatever pieces fit, especially towards the end. No, because like, I mean, I wouldn't know which piece that I messed up on, and there is no actual way to know without going back and starting over, you know? And so, no. Let's all hope together that we don't get to that point, because it's not gonna be the greatest sight on Earth. Oh my gosh. I'd either need to go back step by step or the classic throw it on the floor, start over. Exactly, exactly. My dad is just living in Mexico City. He just left the US with no money. Oh, yikes, yikes. Yeah, it's crazy. Y'all ever heard y'all's like parents' backstory and stuff? Like I swear everyone okay, that's my fascination, right? With people in general. We all have stories and stuff that are different. Okay, yeah, I did put that in the right place. Because like my grandpa has this whole backstory or whatever, and it's not like, oh, you know, this is just what I tell people. Like he literally has these stories that he can tell, and it's like, oh my god. And then I listen to my dad's backstory and I'm like, oh my god. And then I listen to my mom's backstory and I'm like, oh my god. And it's just people are so complex, you know? They experience so many things throughout life that they can talk about. Like in the future, even if I don't make it big, right? Which highly doubt that. I mean, you've seen me. I'm clearly gonna make it to 1 million someday. But like one day I'll be able to talk about, yeah, you know, at one point I was a VTuber. That's 6, 7, 8. So I need an 8x2. And like the more you do, the more you live, the more is naturally gonna happen to you. And so then we get these complex ass stories that we can tell, and then like everything that ever happens can eventually just become a cool story at a party. But it's good, you know? We all need those good party stories. Keeps the party fun. There we go. And does this go align to the end of it? Yeah, it does. So it goes right there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, my grandpa used to be a taxi driver. And there was this like whole issue with this company that he worked for. And now he's not allowed in the US anymore, but it's not because of anything he did. Or at least that's what the story is, right? Because you would also need to go to the company and then see like, oh, what happened? But it's crazy. So from what I hear, the company set him up, and then set him up as in they put 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's a 2x10. Gonna eventually hit that 1 million and do a face reveal? Exactly. That's y'all incentive. Y'all want to see my face? Get me to 1 million. Oh my gosh, never undervalue your own past, good or bad. It's easy to think of your past experience as vanilla or common, but there's always someone happy to listen to your tale and be surprised. Exactly. 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is a 10. There we go. Okay, so these two are 10 pieces. Oh yeah, but basically the company like didn't have him signed on completely yet because they were essentially having him do kind of an internship and stuff. And so when he was driving a taxi one day, like they would make him take people to other states and stuff, but it wasn't across big states, you know, there was a limit. But one day a cop pulled him over and they were like, hey, why do you have so much cash? And it's because, you know, taxis at that time took cash fares, and he was like, oh, well, that you can call my company. And then whenever they called the company, they were like, because we don't have him set up correctly, technically it was illegal. And so the cops were like, what you're doing is illegal. And he was like, I just work for the company. And the company was like, we don't know him. And so yeah, he got in trouble because they were like, you must be doing illegal things, which was crazy. And then there was this whole other issue that included the embassy and stuff, and a lot of government stuff, which I don't feel like this is the right place to talk about. But yeah, very crazy stories. Everyone has this like in-depth lore, so yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Sam betrayed by his company? Exactly. Oh, broke a piece right there, but that's okay. I'm surprised I haven't broken anything, because there have been several times while building this where I'm just like shoving things in and it doesn't go in exactly as I need it to, because sometimes things are like askew or there's like little gaps, and I'll just like I'll put it upside down after the end of each like level, and I'll just like push it down. Oh my gosh, and the amount of stuff that clicks into place whenever I do that, it's amazing. Okay, so I just did that piece, so now I need the 4x2, which should be this one. And then this goes aligned one piece askew. Classic method of it doesn't fit, make it exactly. This whole set is made to where most things will fit together. So like, you can't give me the excuse of like, oh, maybe you're using the wrong piece, because no, I can't be. I'm so intently listening to the exact instructions that it gives me, so no. It's not even a possibility in my head. There we go. Another 4-piece. But that one goes aligned by the bottom one in there. There we go. And right there. I want to hear the full story. No. Break his brain as soon as something works. Yeah. I was rewatching the first stream that I did of this whenever I was like starting this, and I say the first stream like if there's multiple, but you know, the other stream. And it's funny like the amount of times that I would like undo stuff and then redo it, and I'm like, oh, I'm bad at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, aligned with the bottom two. Right there. Also, I don't like how my fingers get in the way. I guess I've just become too pampered with like I was gonna say with drawing tablets, but I use one with the screen on it, so I also can't see there. So I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I wish my fingers were transparent so that I could see exactly where I'm lining this up to. So what kind of dog is it? Is it like a corgi or dachshund? It's a dachshund. It's gonna look like that one dachshund off of Pets. Well, I don't know. The Secret Life of Pets, right? But I was gonna say, I don't know why specifically the Secret Life of Pets, because I mean, you just imagine a cartoon dachshund built with Lego and you get this, you know? It's pretty pretty standard, to be honest. Okay. I must not lose the page that I'm on. There we go. Hi Paprika, hi Godzilla, welcome in. Which way? Okay, this way. Yeah, okay. But yeah, look, I'm building Lego, and I think I've gotten a little bit better at it. Hopefully. It's this one. There we go. And does it go aligned? No, it goes one askew. Right there. Perfect. Okay, now I need those weird corner pieces and a 2x3 gray piece. The gray pieces are over here. I just noticed that you painted your nails to match your models. That's a cute touch. Yeah, gotta keep the immersion. Yeah, I am Paprika through and through. And at this point, I'm convincing myself of that too. Oh my gosh. It's crazy because the other day I was thinking about something that I'd agreed to, and I was like, oh yes, I wouldn't be able to do a stream on that day. And then I was like, oh my god, it's hard to believe that there was a time before I was Paprika, because that's just like enraptured so much of my life recently. And it's great, you know, I love it. And it's just, it feels so cool, you know? It's like, I've literally become a different person. I mean, not totally different, I was always like this. Nothing really changed for me, more so just my name. And the fact that I've gotten used to being called Paprika at all is like, oh my gosh, it's happening. I'm convincing myself I'm falling for the illusion. Also gonna pretend that I didn't see what I'm seeing in those model guidebooks. Gonna pretend I'm not seeing what I'm seeing in those model guidebooks. Oh, what are you seeing? I can't imagine what you could possibly be seeing. And if it is what I think you're seeing, I think I know exactly what you're seeing. And at that point, you know, that's all on you. Nobody else sees it, so yeah. No. You'd bad. Oh my gosh. This goes aligned like that, and I have that off camera. Just kind of get what you mean. For the past 5 or so years, I've always went by Nocturnal, so I just feel like Nocturnal now because I hear it so much. Exactly. I try not to, too, if that counts. Yeah, I feel you. You should have seen, like, in the early stages, it looked so much like it. Because the base part, let's see if I attach these correctly. Oh, don't drop it. There we go. So if I flip it, you can see that this is just regular Legos. Well, not Legos, melody blocks or ballady blocks, whatever. And it's perfectly a normal base body of a dog, right? We all agree? Yeah? I can hear the yeses in your heads, despite, you know, any protests that that may be given. No, look guys, it's a dog. It's a dog, you know, it's a dog. Or it's gonna be a dog. Right now it's the torso of a dog. No, guys, it's a dog. It's a dog, guys. I'm convinced. I don't know which else you could possibly see. I will take no other answers other than dog. Oh my gosh. 4 pieces, 4 pieces, 4 pieces. Yeah, this one. Oh, there's also some... it blends in so much with my desk. I need to get a gaming mousepad whenever I get a chance. The long mousepad. Oh, the long mousepads and stuff. I mean, it could be a hover car. Ah, that's true. That's true. I could see it. The place for the wheels right here. And then this could be like the piping and stuff. Like all the engine pipes and stuff, like where the exhaust goes and stuff. Yeah, I kind of see it. I kind of see it. Go beyond our best friend plus ultra. Exactly, exactly. Dog. Welcome in, Captain Pumpkin. Yeah, it is a hot dog. It's a weenie dog. Okay, this goes next to it. Okay. Right there. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And I don't think I need that. And then I need a 2-piece, a 2-piece, and a 4-piece. So, 2 2-pieces and a 4-piece. What am I, a McDonald's worker? 2 2-pieces and a 4-piece. 2 2-pieces. 2 2-pieces. 1, 2. There we go. Weenie. Yeah, it is a weenie. It's a weenie. Oh my gosh. I'm such a fucking child. I was listening to someone else's stream and they said, like, because they were talking about this little gun that they got, right? I believe it was President Luco, right? Which is not to be confused with a political figure. He is in fact another VTuber. And his streams are funny, definitely go check him out. But he was playing this game, this little like indie RPG type thing where he played as a frog and he got this like bubble gun. And it was shooting out little bubbles, and bubbles are round like balls, and so he was like, ah, look, it's just shooting balls, and I started fucking dying. And it was funny to me, and he was like, ah, you're not laughing at me, you're laughing with me, right? And I was like, yeah, because I was too embarrassed to say, oh, I'm laughing at the fact that you said balls. Because it's like, it's dumb, it's not even that funny, but it's a little funny. Big tip. Get the nice big mats. They don't need to be thick, but you can always use corkwood boards and they make really nice surface. Oh, even got a portable. Hey, yo. Slash looks like a sausage. How did I not make that connection? Oh my god. Big balls. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I regret to inform all y'all that I am in fact one of those people who laughs at dumb jokes like that. Yeah, this is a 4-piece, and this is a 4x2. So I need a 4-piece and a 4x2. It's like back in college, my friends would say some stuff, you know, just trying to describe like normal things. They weren't even trying to, you know, say stuff like that, but they would inadvertently say something like close to and it'd always make me laugh, and they were like, oh my god, you're such a kid, and it's like, no. I just think it's funny. Spell iCup? I know what it spells. Spell IHOP. Go ahead, spell it. I want to see it in the chat. You spell that, I'll spell iCup. Oh my gosh. Man, I remember back whenever that was like so popular, and you know, you'd spell it, you'd be like, oh, okay, I'll spell it, and then you spell it, and they're like, ah! You spelled this, you said this, oh my gosh, that's so gross. It was all the rage. I can't believe that was our humor back then. But also I kind of get it, because it is funny. My favorite, personally, is the up dog. Like, oh, it smells like up dog in here. And like, I kind of get it, you know? Because up dog is such a unique smell. Did I start from that piece and go around? What part am I at? Why is it at... Did I already do this side? I can't remember. Childish humor is a sign of someone who would definitely not pretentious. It's a green flag for me. Ah, that's good, that's good. I didn't know it could actually be used to tell anything about people. I was just like, ah. Everybody's like, oh man, that's so bad. Like puns. Puns are funny to me. You know, like there was this, I think I said this yesterday, I could be wrong, but there was this TikTok that I saw, and it was like, ah, what do you call a person obsessed with French culture? And they were like, weeaboo. It's like O-U-I, right? So like we, like the French word yes, and then aboo. Which I thought was funny. Like, that's really clever, you know? But it's considered a pun. But it's really clever. So I still think it's funny. But, like, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it's like, no, is it? No, it's good. Oh my gosh. What's worse in my school was the capitals of Thailand gets punched. Oh my god, Bangkok. Oh my god, so lame. But it's funny, it's good, it's a good joke. If it's funny, then that should be fine, right? That should be enough. Okay. Okay, so then that's step 24. Now time for step 25. It's like positioned so inconveniently. Okay, I need the One Piece. We must go searching for the One Piece, guys. I don't ever plan on watching One Piece, so like, if you make any references, I'm sorry if I don't catch it, in case there's any One Piece watchers, but that I'm going to look for the One Piece, and y'all finally see what the One Piece is, because from what I've heard about the series, they haven't shown not even a glimpse of what the One Piece could possibly look like, so yeah. Look, guys, it's the One Piece. It's the One Piece, the fabled one. Not even the mangaka wants you to see this. Why can't Miss Piggy count to 70? Because every time she gets to 69, she gets a little frog stuck in her throat. Oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah, this is a painful week for the lads. What's 6.9? A good thing ruined by a period. Oh my god. That is so gross. Oh my god, that's a good one though. That's really clever. Of the One Piece is so many years away. Nah, for real, for real. Good old Presaluco, it's fine. Dumb jokes are the best. Clown watches One Piece. There we go. Okay, there. And then from here, I guess I'll start off that direction. Okay, it's good now that they're differentiating the front and the back. Because a couple steps back, it was really hard to figure out which part I was on, so I would constantly have to be like flipping it and be like, wait, am I starting on the right piece? But I am. Alright, let's stop. Okay, this is a 4x1, which is over here. Yeah. And then that goes in between the 2 and 3. So like that. There we go. I do miss early One Piece humor. They can't do it anymore, sadly, because it's not the same, but it was gold. Ah. I can only imagine what it could have been if they don't do it anymore. Oh, man. Yeah, the media has definitely changed a little bit. Or more than a little bit, I think. There's definitely some shows that I watch nowadays that I'm like, yeah, no, I can see why I don't see that anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is 2 4 pieces together. Oh yeah, I came to the conclusion not too long ago. I think it was yesterday on stream, but it's ringing again in my head that 2D VTubers, I love them, right? They're beautiful and great and everything, but they're just a bunch of layers stacked up on top of each other, pretending to be one person. 3D VTubers are actual objects. Even when we get assets and stuff, usually it's like an actual object in and of itself, you know? It exists by itself, but layers, like the 2D VTuber is just a bunch of layers, you know? And technically, to an extent, somewhat, we are also a composition of layers, because we're an object with materials layered on top. Whoa. That did in fact fling towards me. It was violent. It didn't like my hot take on 2D VTubers. It's like, how dare you say my Oshi is just a composition of layers, but they are. They are. The brick is probably 2-1, so it would probably be a little too hard. What are you talking about? I'm fucking huge. I'm massive. I mean, they would just be repeating themselves at this point, but the characters changed so much, so it would be like devolving their many years of growth. I did hear a joke yesterday from Stella Cosmister, the person who I collabed with yesterday. Very fun. Highly recommend checking out the VOD in case you ever wanted to see me try and climb a mountain. But they were telling me that a joke going around in the community is that looking for the One Piece makes you forget what it is you're dreaming of. I'm trying to count. Give me like 1 second. I'm trying to look at this piece because it's like really long and I can't tell if there's like stopping points in there. But I think that's a 10 piece. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, it should be 10. Let's hope it's 10. It would be really, really annoying for it not to be a 10 piece. There we go. I love layers, especially when doing art in Photoshop. What I hate is when I forget to make a new layer for something. For real, for real. Africa 781. Yeah, I'm just freaking humongous. 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay, this is a 10 piece. I count in threes, and then like that's what I was doing right there. That's why I was kind of going like that. I wasn't even looking at it. I was just like, okay, 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3, and then 1. So that's 10. For the size of your pink right now. Oh, my pinky? My pinky nail? That's what you're talking about? Yeah, it's a little long, ain't it? It's a little long, but it's fine. It's fine. There's a joke that my friend would make a lot that was like very crazy because it just showed that we were whatchamacallit, that she had grown up around a different time of humor than me. Because I don't know if I'm really allowed to say that on the internet, but okay, nobody report this, but she would say this is a crack nail. And apparently people would use this nail, and specifically because it was tiny enough to do that substance in question, because it was able to fit easily in the area that they used to ingest that substance, you know? And so that's what she would say. And it was crazy because I'd never heard that before. The only reason I know that now is because she told me. And not because she did the substance, just because like it was like TV shows that she'd watch and stuff, so it was crazy. 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 2x3s. Imagine, oh, that's what you mean? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, what did y'all think I meant? Oh god, I can't imagine what else I could have been thinking. I heard crack, I thought of the old 2-in-1 pink in the stink. Well, I suppose that is another form of crack, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna report this, not really. Okay, good. Don't report it. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Oh my god. I don't know if that's British. Oh my god. Okay, it translated well enough at least. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Unfortunately. Oh my gosh. See, like, I'm the type of person who knows about stuff, but I don't, like, just because I know doesn't mean necessarily that I watch it, up to an extent, because there's stuff that I've seen that I'll never unsee. That's a 2 by 6, right? Yeah, that's 2 by 6. 2 by 6, 2 by 6, 2 by 6, 2 by 6. Yeah, this is 6, and then this, if it's the same length, then it's also 2 by 6. Yeah, those are 2 by 6s. Sweet. Yeah, unfortunately, I listen to techno. Yo, nice. I love putting his streams on whenever I need comforting and stuff. It's just like a fun thing to listen to. Okay, this... Okay, goes skewed by 1. I'm like kind of thinking I should turn off the room light, but I also don't want to because then I'll be able to see less of the blocks, because I'll see less of the blocks but more of the paper. So it's like difficult to decide. Wait, what fucking step am I on? I'm on the wrong step. I'm on this step. So this one, it goes lined in the middle, right there. There we go. There we go. I'll watch later. I'm at the liquor store. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Make sure to be safe. Just as long as we don't reveal the things we wish we couldn't see, that's brain crumbling. Yeah, for real, for real. You only unleash those on both your closest friends and your worst enemies. The difference is how you present it, because with your friends you're like, oh my gosh, guys, this will be so funny, come look at this, and then they're scarred for life. But now you're in this together, you know, you're both scarred for life. But with your worst enemies, you're like, oh man, I highly recommend watching this thing, it's just super great, and then they're scarred for life, and they were unsuspecting, because, you know, with your friends, if they're friends like mine, then, you know, like, oh, we know you're up to no good, but also we want to know. So yeah. Oh my god, I remember this moment where me and my friends were like, ah, how could we be considered true friends if we haven't read wonder if it's okay to say this, but how can we be considered true friends if we haven't read yaoi manga together? And so we had this whole night where we were just reading yaoi manga in front of each other. And it was great. We truly bonded that night. We were like, ah, that's how you feel about this. Ah, that's your problem with this situation. Okay. It told us a lot about each other, and then we felt like true friends. And now we have an unbreakable bond. We've been friends for years now. So highly... Never mind, let me not say that. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh, you're approaching me shows euphoria. It's a big bad evil run villain. Exactly. Let's see. We just gotta go to the high school where the football game is at, and we will be here a while, so I won't be able to see the end. Hope you have a good restroom. Gotcha, gas. No worries. Oh god, he just brought up some repressed memories of a night me and my friends got drunk and watched something weird. It's always that night that y'all drink together that becomes a night to be remembered. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, an 8 by 2. This is probably a 10 by 2. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, so that's a 10. So then the 8s are going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We just got to find a matching piece. There we go. The good thing is, for the most part, it's pretty symmetrical, so it's... I didn't need 2 pieces. Yeah. And then this probably goes like that. Oh. Does it? Yeah, it does. I just gotta trust it. Oh my god. Oh, there it goes. Can you hear me, my best friend? I said go beyond and plus ultra. Yo, I hear you now. I will. I'm gonna get this dog built in no time. Y'all are gonna be astounded. 4 by 1. So 4 by 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So earlier today, I was trying to record some shorts and stuff, and in the middle of recording, my cat started like meowing and stuff. And I was like, what happened? What do you need? And I looked towards him and he would just like be quiet. And so I was like, okay. So I went back to recording and then he would start meowing again. And I was like, oh my god, what do you need? And like he would just stay quiet. Welcome back, dear Lena. What do you mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4? Don't you mean 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2? So if I can tell it's an even number, then I'll count by 2s. But if I can tell it's an odd number, then I'll count by 3s. So like whenever I'm looking for... Well, that's not entirely true. So like in order to count to 10, it's less numbers if I go by 3 rather than going by 2. But for 8, it's more confusing if I go by 3s. If that makes any sense. I guess it's just like whenever it goes... Whatever leaves just like 1 left over, I think. Well, no. I don't know. You kind of get it, right? Just a little bit. Because like if I took a 10 piece and then I was like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like that's a lot to count, you know? But then if I do 3, 6, 9, 1, it makes sense to me. And then with the 8, it's like 3, 6, 7, 8, or honestly for 8s, it's like 4. I can tell what 4 looks like, and so once I get to 4, I put my nail and then I look at how many are left, and if there's 4 left, then I'm like, ah, that's an 8 piece. It's hard to describe. For one, it is 15 minutes of fame. Okay, thank you. That makes 0 sense to me, whatever helps you. Listen, man, listen, it helps. It helps me count faster. I like break things up into smaller numbers, but it's very specific based off which number that I think it is. Which is why sometimes you'll see me go back and recount stuff, because then I'm like, I don't think I'm using the right method to count this one so that I can tell what number it actually is. 3, 6, 7, 8. So I need another 8 piece, which should be these. 1, 2, 3. This is a 6 piece. So then, is it this one? That's also a 6 piece. So this one. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. And then it goes right here. Not judging, it's another way to do it right. It just seems fun to me. Yeah. I've definitely gotten more than a couple weird looks based off of how I do math sometimes. And it's funny because, like, at one point, I was really good at my math classes. And the teacher, I don't know if he was lazy or what, but he would kind of give me free grades if I tutored other students. So essentially, technically I would have to do more work because I was tutoring them. And the good thing is my grades didn't depend on how much they understood it. It was more so based on how much time I spent with them, teaching them the concepts and stuff, because he would essentially put the stragglers to me and then I'd tutor them in the subject. And that's how I got my grade for the class, because I didn't really like doing all the assignments and stuff. But to be fair, it was a morning class, so like I was more than happy for the trade. And it was pretty easy because once I explained it to them, I was pretty good at explaining how to do the math whenever I knew how to do it. And then from there, they would just do their work, and I'd get to chill on my phone and just watch videos in class, so it was great. If I can just get this on correctly, and then get this one on above it. There we go. There we go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And then this one says, okay, that's a 1 piece. It's a 4, and this is probably a I don't even know, a 10 piece? This is 8, this is 1, 1, so that's 10. So it's a 10, a 2, no, a 10, a 4, and a 4. And it's symmetrical, so it's 2 10s and 4 4s. 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 There's 2 10s. No, that's not even 10. That's 4s. So we need 4 4s and 2 10s. 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 There we go. God, I wish I got credit for all the time I helped people in college and high school. Basically taught more than the teacher in math and computing classes. Yeah, once you get to college, the teachers aren't really allowed to like make their jobs easier and stuff. 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay. Did I need 2? Yeah, I think I needed 2 10 pieces. If I can just get it. There we go. That's the only complaint that I have about nails. It just makes grabbing things harder, because then you gotta grab them with the nails rather than the actual fingers. So yeah. So they had 10 or so people thank me after they did their final year's test. Oh, that's good. That's good. I can't remember if I ever had any of the students thank me, because once they were done, I was like, okay, now leave me alone. I'm a very introverted person, so once I finished my stuff, I was like, okay, leave me alone. I will sit here in silence and enjoy just me breathing, me living. There we go. And then I think it skips a piece and then does it, but let me not push it all the way down before double checking. Wait, did I need... I don't think I needed that 1 piece there. I didn't. I messed up already. That was quick. Oh my gosh. Added a gun emoji to your Discord server? Oh, you did? Wait, y'all can add emojis? Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I hadn't, like, put the settings correct, so y'all were able to do that, so I had to take it off a little bit later. Yeah. It's not that they're not allowed. They just refuse because they technically don't need to and aren't paid to. They try to weed out the weak, so to speak. Yeah, for real. College and university teachers are the most overpaid educators in all education, in my opinion. Well, some of them. Because, like, from what I hear, community colleges, they don't pay that much. And so that was at least the excuse that one of my professors would give for the curriculum being so outdated. But yeah, I don't know. I think teachers should be paid a lot more because, like, teaching sucks. Teaching sucks. I would never want to be a teacher. That was, like, the only career that, like, I like, thought about for 2 seconds, and I was like, no, I don't think I ever want to do that, because, no. And I did it for a little bit. I did. I got paid, like, twice for it, and then I was like, not for me. This isn't for me, especially little kids, because it's either you get younger kids who don't really care, and, like, there's not really a reason to care, and I don't mind teaching them, but not when it's in a professional setting, because with professional settings, they expect them to actually learn, and the thing is, they're children. Why are they learning at this age, you know? they're not gonna retain any of this information. And so, like, what I would do, because it was an art class, right? So what I would do is I would just kind of like, let them express themselves. Because the whole point is, I feel at that age, they're supposed to understand the passion that they should have for art. And if they don't have passion, that's fine. Just let them, like express their creativity. And that's kind of it. Just give them like an activity to do or something. But the instructors at the place that I was teaching at, they were like, oh no, you want them to actually practice and for it to actually look good. And that annoyed me because, like, that's not the point of art at this age. The point of art at that age is figuring out whether you like it and whether or not you want to pursue it. And so our job should be to nurture that, creative bone, for nurture that passion. But they were like, no, it has to look good. And that was like upsetting to me, because then you'd have like kids crying, like literally would be crying during their lessons because it didn't look like the instructors. And instead of being like, no, you can like, just draw, make a couple changes and stuff and that's fine, they'd be like, no, you have to, make sure it looks like it. It's like, oh my god, these kids are not gonna like art in the future if you're like that, unless they really, really like art, because some of them were like so dedicated for such a young age. And they'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, let me fix that, yeah, let me do this. And they were nice kids, but I don't know, I didn't like that environment, so that's why I left that place. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Community colleges, you'll find the best teachers, or in high school, head maths, music departments. Then you have elementary who deserve awards for trying to teach these kids. Yeah, for real. It's like, honestly, I kind of understand it, because as an elementary kid, whenever I would wake up too early, I would start crying. Just because I was awake for too early. It like, nothing ever happened. It was just me like, I don't want to be awake right now, and I'd start crying and stuff. 3x2s. There we go. Yeah, I hated art until I was 16, 17 because I was only told the right way to do art. Yeah, for real. That, like, just kills your passion so fast. It was just a class clown in art until I could drop it as a subject until after my 4th year. Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, I don't even blame kids who just, like, do what they need to do and then leave, because I get it. They're just some subjects that we could not care less about. Like, unless someone is very passionately explaining biochemical engineering, I'm not gonna want to take that class by choice, Hey, best friend to a greedy? Huh? What does that mean? Excuse me while I count for 2 seconds. This is 2x4, this is 2x3, so that's wrong, and so is that one. Dang it. There we go. Wait, that goes that way, because these are the right ones. And then they go... Am I on the right step? I sure hope I am. Okay, I'm on this step. This is a 2x4, this is 2x4, this is 2. Okay. And where do they go aligned? They go right next to the jut out to the second thingy. There we go. Easy peasy. Honestly, I was kind of proud, right? The guy was a bit of a tool, but he actually made a report about me as a warning to the other teachers. Do the greedy? Oh, I don't know what the greedy is. Okay. And this needs a 2-piece. I don't remember where these go, so I'm just gonna leave them there and hopefully I need them later. Okay, I'm gonna need another 2-piece too. Okay, I just need to focus and get this one in the right spot. Right there. Like, y'all can't see, but I'm like trying to aim it so much in there, because if I catch one of the sides, it tilts the entire piece, so it has to like perfectly fit in there in order for me to get it in. No. Oh, and there it goes. There it goes. Oh my gosh, at the end of my 4th, I was in the head of maths department class, and all he could do was sing my praises as he told me about that report. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's funny because, like, no matter what student it is, they always have one teacher that, like, they're really good at their subject, because everyone has a passion. Everyone has a passion for learning something. It's just a matter of finding it, And sometimes you do find it in school, but sometimes it's not really the thing that people want you to be good at, or people say that, oh, it'd be really good, really beneficial for your future and stuff if you're good at. Like me, for example, I was, very invested in art but I wasn't a huge fan of math, but I I guess I just gave off that vibe of a scientist, and so anytime people would be like, "Oh, what do you plan to do with your future?" Because they knew that I was a good student. I was, that quiet kid that came out with good grades. And so they were like, "Oh, what do you want to do with your future?" And I was like, "Ah, I want to become a game designer." And they were like, "I thought you were going to go into science. I thought you were going to go into analytical studies or something like that." And it's like, why would I want to do that? That's so boring. Oh my gosh. Man, I cannot get this in. No, 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 don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Come on. It's not going great. Oh my god. Tell me I could really do well in his math class for my 5th and 6th year. But he said, drop maths now and I'll be with the, drop maths now with the grades I have and focus on computing and find a passion there. Yeah, computing is like, honestly not a bad paying field at all. You get any skills in there, you find something that you like, and there's like a bunch of many things that you can do with the skills in there. Like, I had a friend who I met in college, and he just enjoyed games and stuff. And so he got into coding that way. But before he went to the college to actually get the game design degree, he had been working as a, what is it, like computer data person, the person in charge of like the, what's it called, that big file system that medical centers use and stuff, to where they keep all the databases. That he was like the manager of one of those, and he hated the job so much. And so his friend was like, get a degree in this, and then, I could see if I can hook you up with an internship. And so by the end of the degree program, he already had an internship waiting for him. And of course, like, it wasn't just go to school and do that, right? The thing about most technical trades, so like the game design is considered a technical trade, you have to have a portfolio. You have to show that you're not only passionate about it, but that you've done work in it. And so, damn it. My big advice for someone in some type of like technical field or trade or skill-based field, to an extent, because like I'm probably not going to say this to welders or something. I don't know much about welding, but like practice that outside of school. If you're into games, if you're into art, do it outside of school too, so that you have stuff to show off to people. And not really just for show off, just to prove like, look, I really want to do this. And then it'll be a way to market yourself. And it definitely gets you a foot above all the other like new graduates. They can be like with a bachelor's, but if they have nothing to prove that they are like motivated enough to do it in their own time, why would you want to hire them, Because like projects are money. They're money, and so you need to prove that like you're a good investment. Yeah. How is the building happening? Pretty good, pretty good. Look at that. I've gotten like quite a few more levels in, and I'm only like honestly not that in. My pace is so much more different from before, so I'm telling you, man, I am getting so good at this. The thing is, I can code, admin, infographic, spreadsheets, project management, and create presentations. Yo, nice, nice. Yeah, make sure to... I'm not sure what exactly you want to do in the future, but just make sure you follow the passion, because you can get into a high-paying job. That's not the hard part. The hard part is staying with that high-paying job and not feeling like, oh my god, I've wasted my life like 5 years down the road, Man, the place where I used to work, the one before the teaching assistant job, we frequently had a bunch of people who would like get laid off or something from the company that they had spent like 15 years in, right? And the thing is, in the job market, they prioritize you having a good tenure, which means that you stay for a long time in certain companies, right? You stay with that company, you stay loyal or whatever. If you move like, even just at the end of the year, you change jobs every year, they call you job hoppers, which is like a bad thing, but honestly, my resume says that I'm one, so... Not that it says, like, I am a job hopper, but rather, like, it shows my tenure isn't that good. But, like, I can't imagine staying somewhere for 15 years And then like some of the stuff that they were telling us, like, oh yeah, you know, like this is how much they would pay and blah blah blah. It's like, why did you stay there for 15 years? And I get it, right? Because once you have stability, you don't want to change it, you don't want to lose it. And there's not really like a reason to go, but like damn. It hurts the employee at the end of the day to not be a job hopper because they don't gain more skills, and if the company is an asshole, they won't actually be paying you the rate that they should be paying you. I mean, this isn't guaranteed, right? There are some great companies out there, but a majority of them are like paying you less and giving you more work. And the more loyal you are with them, the more they're tempted to screw you over. And so it just hurts them at the end. And that's what would upset me so much about that job, because like we weren't giving out great jobs. And we were taking these people who had suffered from that and putting them in these jobs that were questionably worse. And that's what upset me. But yeah, there's a lot of problems in the world. There's a lot. But that's why you gotta make sure that you are aware of what you're doing, where you're going, and why you're doing it. You know? Because otherwise, you can end up 15 years down the road and you don't really have much to show for it, you know? Welcome to existential dread with Paprika. Oh my gosh. All from high school and the game devs in college and uni. Nice. Well, and just random passion stuff. Nice. That's good. Even if it's just like silly little things. Like there was one person, and I heard this from my professor back in college, but he was like, there was this one person who got hired by the people at, what game was it? It was some game where they like modded a lot. And so what happened was that he modded the game and they liked his mod so much that they like the actual company hired him, you know? And then like, for example, I think y'all may have been the ones to tell me this, to be honest, but in the Spider-Verse, the person who did the Lego scene, like that was just a kid who liked doing stop motion animation with Legos, you know, and he did like the entire opening or whatever. And like for him, it probably wasn't anything big. It's not like he was getting initially paid for that, you know. He did that for fun, and that's how people can see that you're truly passionate about something, that you have, you know, the fire to get it, you know. That passion inspires other people, and then especially whenever they're in a position to give stuff to you, or not give stuff to you, but offer opportunities, and they're looking for people with that type of passion, they're more likely to go for the people who have done stuff on their own terms, like as in, you know, they did stuff without people asking them to, because then they're like, yeah, no, they're definitely going to finish this project that I need them to finish, as opposed to the other person who's like, oh, I love games so much, and then they've never made a game in their life, you know? That's how we become the solutions. Spending our free time just hanging out, watching Paprika. Trying to build Lego Doggo. We become the solution, spending our time. Wait, I'm confused. Not just random passion for stuff. That's why we become the solution, spending our free time just hanging out. Yeah, free time. I don't really understand. I think I misread it, but tried reading it twice and brain no click, so I move on. There we go. There that goes. No, it does not go aligned. It goes one over. When you say the world's full of problems. Ah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just become part of the solution and listen to me ramble on about issues and experiences, and then come to the conclusion that, you know, it's gonna be fine, surely. Make our own solutions? Exactly. Okay, from here I need the one pieces. I knew I was gonna need them again. That is a one piece, right? Yeah, that is. It's very cool that like they very subtly make indications for you to know that that is in fact a one piece, because it's like from there you can't really tell, but you can see just the slightest mark right there that shows that is in fact a single piece, which is very nice, you know, because then it makes my life easier as opposed to just putting pieces and then realizing I put the wrong amount. This goes right there, and this goes right here. There we go. There we go. And now from there, Okay, it's a... Would that be considered horizontal? Horizontal? I was about to say horizontally. But a horizontal thing? Honestly, it's more fun just hanging out and chatting than listening to someone like Filian screaming and stalling for 10 hours. Yeah, Filian... I like Filian's content, but it's easier to watch, like, the shorter ones, the shorter videos of it. And that's just because, like, you know, you need... I get it, right? From a content creator standpoint, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You need a way to kind of, like, not just get one thing done and keep them engaged for, like, a long amount of time. So having that high amount of energy is good to an extent. But honestly, that's just, like, that's... Sometimes I can keep up with that type of energy, but I'm not that energetic at heart. It's only whenever there's stuff that, like, oh, yeah, no, I'm sure, or like, oh, I know about this, that's whenever I can mirror that energy. But for the most part, pretty low energy, and that's fine, you know? And I'm glad that I can be relaxing to some people, because, oh my god, I just consider it boring, but people are like, yeah, no, this is nice, I fell asleep to it, and I'm like, I hope you had a good rest. So yeah, that's good, that's good. At the very least, I'm not annoying, which I consider a win. This goes here. And then, wait, I actually think it goes there. Yeah, because there's no corner pieces here. Your vibe is just so chill and soothing. Pog, I can't keep up with that kind of high power ADHD energy. I felt that, I felt that. It has to be, like, somewhat linear. Like, I can kind of keep up, but the best way that I can describe it is that one time I was watching this Markiplier... I don't remember if it was a stream or what. It might have just been a video. I think it was his Security Breach series. And just like listening to him go through it, he was like very highly energetic, but it made me tired. And not as in he was boring, because he wasn't. I was engaged, but I was just too, like, it was too much energy, and my brain was like, that's so much energy. And it like started shutting down, and so I was like, I must nap. So I ended up falling asleep to his live streams. 3, 6, 9, 10. But that doesn't mean he's not entertaining. He's, you know, hella entertaining. It's just, I got sleepy. That's it. 3, 9, 10. Okay, however many this is. There's 1, 2. It's 3 of those like this. So I need 3 of these, so they just have to fit. Being ADHD, like, yeah, it's a lot to take in. Exactly. I feel like my ADHD is off fidgets and attention span. Nothing really related to my energy. I felt that I get like hyper focused sometimes. That's why sometimes you have to see me like, because I'm just like focused. I think the only hard part about being able to make that like something that's visible is just remembering to talk. Because like whenever you start streaming, if you go quiet, like it's fine to some extent. But then you can almost forget that you're watching someone, you know, which isn't inherently the best. But, I don't know, it's like a weird combination because you're both low energy, but still conscious that, like, there are, in fact, people present. See, I was wondering what it was for till I saw Filian watching it. Wait, what? Let's see. There was a Markiplier short about paying attention and dangling keys, and I was wondering what it was about. Yeah, that low-key kept me engaged. Like, literally at the exact moment that I was like, you know, what should I eat later for dinner? The jingle jingle, and I was like, what? It worked on me. I'm sad to say that it worked on me. Oh my gosh. Currently hyperfixating on Baldur's Gate 3, upcoming on 500 hours. Holy crap. That is a good amount of hours. See, because on the one hand, I was like, I want to be like, haha, nerd, you know? But when I look at the amount of days that I have active in Genshin, I feel like I'm legally not allowed to say anything. I was wondering what it was for till I saw Filian watching it. Yeah, the keys thing hooked me. No, like, legit, the fact that it actually worked, and like my brother uses it now whenever he's explaining stuff to me and he takes too long to explain. Like, no offense, but sometimes whenever people take a little long, my mind wanders. Like, literally, it's not that, oh, you know, you're boring, I'm gonna think about something else. It's literally unintentional. Like, I want to focus, I want to listen. I really, really do. But it's just like, what should I eat later for dinner? What am I gonna do after this? What about this? Oh, I should bring this up. Oh, actually, we're talking about something else. Oh, wait, what are we talking about? I gotta focus and, you know, like, refocus then. And so he's seen me do this more than a couple times, and he can tell because like I'll be looking at him, listening, and then just kind of like kind of look around and stuff as I'm like thinking about other stuff, and then I'll like periodically turn back to him, and he's like jingle jingle, and I'm like, huh? It's embarrassing because like it always catches me off guard, and I'm like, why is he saying jingle? That doesn't fit with like the kind of almost Charlie Brown teacher-esque distant talking that I would normally, what's it called, expect. There we go. And then this is right there. There we go. To be honest, the only reason why Baldur's Gate is fun is because it's D&D. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good base game to build other stuff on. Now my sister is copying her either jingle or some type of snapping with her fingers or it's the dream. Yeah, for real. I tend to hyperfix on things, so it didn't work on me because I was listening, because I like listening to people. Ah, nice, nice. If they talk for too long, that's... I mean, like, okay, it's to an extent, right? If they're passionately talking about something, it's their passion that, like, makes me focus a lot. Because I'm like, you know, it must be really cool if they're so excited about it, and then that's when I intently listen. And I feel rude sometimes because sometimes I ask questions that sound dumb, but it's because I want to know, like, more. I want to know as much as you so that I feel the same excitement that you do. And so with some of my friends I feel dumb because I'm like, wait, so this and that, therefore this, right? And then they'll like explain more in detail. And with my friends specifically, they're like used to me being like that, and they know it's not like me being like, oh, that sounds dumb. It's literally just me being more invested. And so we feed off of each other's energy, and that's whenever I don't like disassociate while people are talking, because otherwise, the amount of times that I like zoned out so bad in classes back in college was so bad. There'd be times where it'd be like, okay, this is your assignment, go ahead and go, like after this really long lecture, and you know, I'll get into my normal group with my friends and I'd be like, hey, what was the assignment? And half of us would be like, was anybody listening? Oh man, it was bad. It was bad. Okay, this goes attached right there. There we go. When someone is rambling, I'm so good at instantly tuning them out, but once I feel their excitement, I'm zoned in. Literally. Like, that's exactly how I was able to pass one of my AP Bio tests. And I'm so glad. Like, it was... I don't really believe in fate, but I believe that was fate, because of that, I didn't have to take a math class in college. Because I was able to pass the AP test for that, so I didn't need to take another class for that. But the only reason I passed was because the teacher, she was like so passionate about biology, and her class was hard, okay? Like, that class was the only class that, well, not the only class, it's the second class that made me cry, and the only class that made me throw a book in frustration. I don't get frustrated that easily. I had to be in a really, really bad mood to be very frustrated. And so that was the only class that I was like, just true anger came out. I didn't even think I was possible of that. But yeah, no, I fucking chucked a book because I got so frustrated. And it was just like a combination of things at the time. But yeah, no, I passed the class just because she was so passionate about it, and that made me focus more. And I retained a lot more of the lessons or whatever whenever she was explaining stuff in her own way. And it sucked because at one point there was like a thing that happened to where we couldn't go to school for a little bit, but she was like, no, the class still has to go on because I need to prepare y'all for the test. Which, like, very admirable, but also it sucks that we had to do. And so what she would do to kind of make up for the time that we lost in the classroom is she would record these videos of her, you know, doing her whole lesson or whatever, and then she would post them, and it was our job to kind of like, you know, listen to them and make sure we were prepared for the lesson later that day. And, you know, it seemed pretty straightforward, but it was like 30-minute long videos minimum. And so it was not great. I'd be... the best way I could do it to like retain at least a little bit of information, because if I watch something too far from whenever I need to review the information, I'll forget it. So what I would do is I would watch it on the bus ride to school, but it wasn't always enough time because they tended to be longer than just 30 minutes. And so it sucked. Honestly, not a lot of people were watching the videos. And at one point she kind of like figured that out, and she was like, are none of y'all watching the videos? I spend time out of my day. And she was like, she wasn't mean, you know, or some people considered her mean, some people didn't like her, but I thought she was just a really passionate person, and she wanted to teach us, you know? And that made me feel so horrible when she started fucking crying in front of us, because like she was like, I don't know how else to help y'all. My job is to get y'all to pass this test, and I'm doing my best, but if y'all don't want to, you know, learn, there's nothing that I can do to have y'all learn. And so like I don't know what to do, and it made me so fucking sad. So after that, I would watch them the night before. That's what I would watch to go to bed, so that I would at least be doing my part. That's wild. See, just asked my teacher for printout of the lecture and just ignored them to read it. Makes sense. I'm worried I latch on to others' emotions and try and match their energy. Even if it's not something that interests me, I just feel like that's the right thing to do to join in their happiness. Exactly. And I love that. You know, it's such a like pure feeling. I like that I do that. I need tweezers or something, because I can't get this off. Do I have tweezers? I know I had some at some point, but I don't know where they are now. That's not good. I need to take off this this one piece right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. So that needs to come out and move over one slot, which is annoying because I can't. There's not like an edge that I can grab, and it's so in there that I can't pry it out with my nails. I like imagining myself in other people's shoes a lot, so it helps me with my attitude with them. Yeah, I feel that. One Piece? Yeah, the One Piece. Welcome in, Nick. The One Piece is real? Exactly. And it's stuck, and I can't I can't take it off. I'm like really considering going and finding those tweezers, because I don't know how I'm gonna... Okay, let me think. Because it's at such an odd angle too, and I don't want to have to really... I say as I just snap off the piece. I was like, I don't know what I have to take off that piece, because even that would... Oh, I got it. Pog. Okay, this goes like that. Nope, like that. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy. And then this goes here. And this goes there. There we go. See, guys, I'm getting so much better at this. I love being on the opposite sides of debate, even if I don't think it's correct, because it always helps me understand both sides, and it's fun, especially when I put down nerds on Twitter. Yeah, I kind of feel that. I like listening to both sides of the argument, because it like makes me understand where people are coming from. But what sucks about that... Oh my god. So I just found out that the two pieces are supposed to be corner pieces, so that's great. But what sucks about that is that after that, I'm never really able to form a good opinion that's like not based off of other stuff, because I can see both sides of the argument, and then I'm like, well, I don't know, no one's really right or wrong. And that's not a bad thing, you know? It's not bad to acknowledge that there is no right or wrong. Everything is, in fact, a muddled shade of gray on like certain spectrums, you know? But it sucks, because then it's like I don't even know how to begin to engage in conversation about this thing when I don't even know my actual opinion on it, you know? And this goes like that. There we go. Alright, Pep, talking about D&D before, has it happened? What's your character? There was a collab that I did on someone else's channel. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were called Mimic. The link should still be in the live notifications, so feel free to check out that VOD. Whatchamacallit, yeah, we didn't, like, it wasn't necessarily conventional D&D, because it sounded like we were all, like, somewhat beginners, and so we essentially just roleplayed as, like, ourselves, our own VTubers. And yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. So now I'm not as afraid of doing D&D, because it's kind of exactly how I figured, and that made me happy, because then it's like, okay, so there was a lot of things that we didn't do, you know, like as in we didn't really have a character sheet. To an extent, we had the character classes, but I didn't really understand that, and there wasn't too much integration of that. So it made it a lot easier just to be like, ah, so then I do this or I do that. And then he'd be like, roll a d20. And I'm like, got you, got you. And it made it easier for me because then I know think I just do. Go ahead and grab this. Let's see. And that's the thing, it's all gray in the end. Exactly. It's good to read, then form your own opinion, then first read, then go for content. Yeah, yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. How are you? Also, hi, Paprika. Hi, Kevin. How are you? I'm good. And happy Friday to you, too. Hope everything goes well for you today. Oh, you know the rules. It's all whatever in your imagination is and how well your DM can manage the party's expectations. Yo, is the Lego real? It's not complete legitimate Lego, but it is Lego in my heart. Oh my god, all is great with me, can't complain. Yo, Pog, that's good, that's good. I hope everything continues to go well. There we go. There we go. I kind of liked it without that, but I didn't design it, and I don't want to mess something up later down the road. Okay, so then this one... Well, actually, I could just leave this folded. Sweet. Okay. And then from here, it looks like the layers get, like, less and less big. Like, there's less pieces in each layer. I'm specifically talking about these, because this, like, literally, it builds on the tail tip and then this. So it seems pretty easy. So it looks like a... It's the type of set that gets easier as it goes. I think. I hope. Lego in your heart, all that matters. Exactly, exactly. All Lego is real Lego, even if it's called Mega Blocks or something. Exactly. It's all just blocks, which is basically Lego, right? I wish you had more streams. I stream like Monday through Friday, and sometimes on weekends. I've considered doing like more back-to-back streams where it's like 2 streams per day, but like then I wouldn't really have time to keep up with the other stuff that I do. And so it's probably not the best, and plus it's not like it's not good to do without a plan, you know? Because if you just go in and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do more streams, then that's not the best way to grow. And if I want to get to 1 million, I gotta be smart about how I grow. You're like a human 3D printer? Exactly. Okay, bye-bye. Bye, Sasori. Be safe. This isn't technically Lego in technicality for those asking. Yeah, this is ballady. Don't burn yourself out. I won't. I'm very cautious about burnout because that's something that I would like to go my entire career without experiencing if I possibly can. Okay. This should be 2x3s. Right? Yeah, 2x3s, and then I need blue corner pieces. That's the 2 pieces. And those are bigger blocks. Okay, so not these, but over here probably. Plus balance out what you can do and whatever you can't do. Yeah. I've been pretty good recently getting the balance in. It's just a matter of sticking to my schedules and stuff, and I don't know, really like knowing the flow, kind of. Alright, time to go. Been fun hanging out. Can't wait to see when it's finished. You got a spot for it when you've built her a name? Actually, no, I don't. I did like think about it at one point, but then I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out. It'll be easy to figure out later. But now I'm like, oh, I probably should have thought about that. But to be fair, I feel like there will be one more stream before I'm actually able to name it. Because, well, I am confident in my rate right now. I don't think I'll be able to finish this before the end of this stream. But, yeah. Let's see. But yeah, be safe. And then quantity over quality and health comes first. Exactly. Yeah, because if you just hit go live all the time, it doesn't guarantee that you'll be in the best of shapes to stream. There we go. That's weird. It was like wobbling a lot. I was like, hello, just go down. There we go. Okay, these are little square bricks. I need one more. That's not it. There it goes. Let's see, my dirt bike won't start. It died the other day, so I exchanged the exhaust and fixed my gas tube, but it still won't start. Oh, that sucks. How long is the stream been? Let's see. It should be like maybe close to an hour and a half, I think. Let's see. Okay, wait, if I started at 6 and I end at 9, and it's 7:30, so yeah, it's been like an hour and a half, see? And I've already done like, yeah, about 1 hour and a half, so it's almost enough time. Exactly. So like, I'm going at a decent rate. Definitely faster than last time. Oh man, it was embarrassing. Not like super embarrassing. I had to understand that, like, you know, it's my first time, and so I couldn't just be the best right off the bat. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. I would love it to be, though. I'd love to be like one of those cool characters where it's like, ah, look, I'm so great at this, and this is my first time, and I'm so talented, but I'm not. I'm a person. And with that comes... It's 4. With that comes the learning curves and stuff actually applying to us. And so I gotta take my time and be gentle and learn that things take time to learn. So yeah, don't beat yourself up about being new at stuff, because we all start off somewhere. Let's see. The cranes are nice though. I know, right? I love looking at them now, and they always make me happy whenever I feel like anytime that I'm slightly sad and I'm like, ah, but if I'm what if I'm delusional? I look up at them and I'm like, ah, well, some people believe that I'm not, so that has to come from me somehow. So yeah. This is a 4-piece. Okay, let me do this. Oh, Pep, have you seen the Talented Workers video? The Talented Workers video, what's that? I stream too, did you know that? Oh, I did not know that. What type of content do you stream? I play R6 and Minecraft. Nice. Honestly, I don't tend to watch a lot of, like... Because there's sometimes where I see, like, other VTubers follow me stuff, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, let's see what they have. Because whenever they have VT in their name, I'm like, ah, you're a VTuber, I know. Let me see what you do. And then I go onto their stuff. And a lot of the times it's stuff like first-person shooters, which are very cool. But I don't understand a majority of them because I don't really play them. And so I'm just like, I sit there and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And so I, like, unfortunately very quickly get off of their streams and stuff. It's video showing like different types of workers and how efficient they are. Ah, I have not seen that one. That sounds hella interesting. Ooh, oh, I thought I flicked it off. I didn't. Oh my gosh. Oh. What's gonna pop off first? The Lego block or my nail? I won't like cry or anything if my nail breaks, but if it comes off, I will cry. So, yeah, because I don't want to be nailless. That's scary. I've always had nails. And it's like that's just a thing that can happen. Your nails can fall off. I never want to experience that. I had not a cousin, but an uncle, and he accidentally smashed his toe with the door. And it, like, bruised the under part of his nail so bad that his nail came off. His toenail came off, and then it had to regrow, and from what I heard, it was extremely painful, which I can only imagine, but, like, I'd hope to never have that happen. Should I talk in my streams? I never really do. My max viewer count is 3. Do you have any tips? Okay. So, imagine you're watching someone, right? And so, this is advice that I've heard from, like, you know, people who are like, oh, here's how to grow your following and stuff like that, right? Because, you know, if you want to be an actual content creator and stuff and, you know, actually grow, because to do it for a hobby, okay, you got to know firstly what you're doing it for. If you plan on growing, then you got to grow with a plan in mind, you know? But if you don't, and you're just like, oh, I'm just doing this for fun, I want to make friends or something, then, you know, don't really worry about it. But if you want to actually, you know, have some type of count, some type of numbers to be like, look, I'm doing good, then imagine that you're watching someone and go on to different people's streams, and when you find yourself enjoying it, question, why am I enjoying it? What's funny about it? Oh, they're doing this. Oh, they're playing my favorite game. Or, oh, their commentary is funny. Because if somebody plays one of your favorite games, like, they can play your favorite game, but if they're not entertaining, sometimes it'll just make you want to go and play it yourself, not sit and watch them, you know? And so in my opinion, using some type of voice or some way to communicate to viewers isn't a bad thing, because if somebody just wanted to see gameplay of it, they wouldn't be on a live stream, you know, they'd be on a video or something like that, to where they can pause it and go about their life and then come back to it whenever they need to. A live stream is kind of made with the purpose of interacting with a person in real time, you know? And so, yeah, I'd recommend it. Because I get bored whenever the live streams are just quiet, unless it's something like, oh, work with me. Because in that case, it's not even that it's entertaining to an extent, it's just that it helps me stay focused. So yeah, I don't know, it depends on what type of content you want to make. I'm not really sure on much advice, because, you know, I'm not that big. So yeah. You can find it if you check Talented Workers Go for Workers. It's satisfying to watch. Yo, bet. Definitely look at that later. And how come I watch your lives when you don't play games or do something boring? Probably, I mean, I don't it sounds narcissistic if I say like, oh, I'm engaging, or, you know, something like that. But from what I've heard, right, because I'm a lot more methodical than I come off sometimes, because I like being like, oh, let me try this out, and, you know, let me take y'all along with me and stuff. But I question that too, like, why do y'all come? Not to say like, oh, what are you doing here? Get off of my lawn, you youngsters, you know? Not to shake my fist at you or anything, but I question sometimes, like, why do they watch me? But from what I've heard, the little bit of feedback that I've gotten from some viewers where I asked them, like, hey, genuinely, why? Apparently I'm engaging and stuff. So because I chat with chat, and I don't really know. Just they say I'm engaging and that it's funny, and for the most part my streams tend to stay pretty comfy. And so some come for like comfort, some come because I have a relaxing voice, some come because they want to see me react to certain things, and some come just for the engagement, you know? And so it just depends, because like you also got to know what type of streamer you can become and want to become. Because if you, like me, I'm not naturally super high energy, so if I said something like, oh, I want to be like Philian one day, I'm, you know, setting myself up for failure. But if I said, oh, well, I want to be a big streamer and I know that I'm like pretty quiet or something, or like pretty low energy, or like comfy, or just like chill the entire time, then saying something like, I want to be a chill streamer who does this or does that, that wouldn't be totally off base, you know? I cannot get this Lego piece off! Oh my god, the amount of like nail chips that I have because of this one piece. There has to be a way to pry it. I can't. Give me a second while I just... Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Okay, it like bit me there. Oh. I knew I had tweezers. There we go. Which piece did I need to take off? I think I was taking off the 3-piece, right? But why? I've been trying to take it off for so long that I can't even remember why. Ah, that's why. Wait. Okay, yeah. Ow. There we go. I got it. And this one too? This one goes... Okay, that one's right. This one was wrong. Oof, I had the hiccups. You engage, you comfy, you got opinions, and it's interesting. You can use another piece to try and pry it off. Lego trick? See, like, I want to try that sometimes whenever there's, like, 2 pieces and I can't get one of them off. To, like, shove a piece in between and just be like, bah! But I'm scared that if I get too long of a piece, it'll break. And then what do I do if it breaks, you know? I know there are, like, Lego tools, too, where it's, like, a little grabby thing, and then you can use it to, like, grab stuff to pull it off. But it's crazy. And, like, I don't know, I'm not sure if it would work, because are Legos consistently the same size? I feel like they are, right? I'll be back later, see ya. Okay, be safe! Let's see. Okay, so this is a 3-piece. Did I place that incorrectly? No, because there's another piece that does what I need it to do. This is not a 3-piece. I need a bit more. Okay, this one goes right there. No. Wait, what? How does it... Okay, wait, what? Okay, so hear me out with this one. This one has 4. And then it has a 3-piece connected there. Then it has... There's a block missing there. What? There's way too many pieces. I'm so lost. Oh my god. Oh, the brick separator Legos are, that's why it's reliable? Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Brick separator got a different name in our place. We call it the God tool. Yeah, I can imagine why that would make so much sense, because chipping, like, if you don't have long nails, there's not much nail to chip. And so if it all comes off, like, what happens then? Oh, so I did miss a piece right there. So this needs a 4-piece. And then the 1 piece... Wait. I think I messed up so bad. Hold on. Gotta take a couple steps back. This one's gonna be... See, because it's not small enough to where I can just... Okay, if I grab one of the little pieces of it, maybe I'll be able to pry it off. Nope. Nope, too small. I'll just break the thingy. Hello, I'm a bit late again. Lemma, are you good? And what step is today? Right now I'm on step 26 or 27. I'm like teeter-tottering back and forth. Because I think I messed up. Okay, so on this step, it showed the 2-piece, the 1-piece, and then it was the 2 by whatever going that way. Okay, so then what I was supposed to do is this. I think. Wait, but that messes up like half of it. Push these that way. Okay, let's see. So the corner piece is there, then that's a 1-piece, and then this is a 2 by whatever. And then this is supposed to be scooched in by 1. Wait, like that. Okay, yeah, that's correct. And then this needs to go scooched down like that. And then this one. Okay, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to take off this entire, what's it called, layer. But yeah, okay, put that one back. And then I needed the 4-piece to go line to the 4th thingy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next to the 4 or after the 4? Next to the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and right there. Did it also need one on the other side? Because I may have missed that one. It did. 4, and this goes aligned to the 4th piece as well. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there. There we go. Okay, now that should be correct. And then when I go back here, and I put this there. Well, 25 is good at least. What page is it? Not 1 again, right? No, it's not 1. It is page... Yeah, it's page like 3, because this is 1, this is 2, and this is where I am, so it's like page 3. So yeah, I've made some progress. I made a little bit of progress. I've done at least 1 whole page within this stream, and we're like just barely at halfway, if not just a little bit past halfway, so yeah, no, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And then goes here. There we go. Look at that, and then 3 and 3, right? Yeah. So 2 more 3 pieces. Just going down the road with this. The layer step by step is good, but also very bad in a sense. Yeah, because if you mess up one layer down and you don't notice, then how many layers do you have to go down to find that mistake? That's the issue. Nice, page 3. Exactly, exactly. I'm getting it. I'm understanding the secrets. I'm unlocking the secrets of the universe that is, what is it? Retrievable via learning how to build Lego or something Lego adjacent. To spill everything out in the bag. It helps you see everything better. It's true. It's factually true. There we go. Okay, 3, 3, 3. And this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I need a 3 and a 4. Okay, so here's a 4. Now I need a 3. Where? There we go. Secrets of the universe. Use tweezers. Exactly, exactly. And I gotta like clench with my whole fist, otherwise it slips off. I gotta grip so hard. I'm gonna have such good grip strength after building this. Oh gosh. This one? No, that's a 4-piece too. About to be like Dora, pull y'all over. Do you see the 3-piece? Wait, no, seriously. Okay. I've learned from experience when I do this, I can see it because it's better contrast against my hand. Are the 3 pieces not here? They might not be, but I feel like they were. They weren't. That explains it. Oh my gosh, 95% faith? Yo, look at that. Whatever you're about to do, it's a good idea. Probably. For legal reasons, I can't say that I stand behind that. Okay, that's 3 and that's 4. I'm like putting it so close to you because I have to see the indentations. So it's 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 before it starts the 2 by 3. So first I put down the 3-piece. There we go. And then I put the 4. Easy peasy, easy peasy. 95 feels like too much faith. About to get a glass of water and eat breakfast. Yeah, see, that's why I have so much faith, because that's a good idea. You know, make sure to eat so that you have energy for the day. I guess it was in in big faith. Exactly, exactly. Okay. Right there. Then from there is the corner. Oh wait, how long ago? Yeah, I knew I wasn't keeping up with the other side. This... The inner piece is a 4? Yeah. Yeah, okay. And this one goes here. And grab a 4-piece, and this goes there. Go. And then a 3-piece. I guess 3 pieces, right? 3 pieces? 1, 2... Wait. 1, 2, 3. Right? Yeah, 3 pieces. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I checked there instead of the instructions. Okay, 2 by 3. This is a 2 by 2. There we go. That's a 2 by 3. You know, it's funny because I say those and it reminds me of like pieces of wood and stuff. Like, oh yeah, you need a 2 by 7 and a 2 by 4. But you can chop that in half, so that's going to be actually this. And... which is funny because I don't even work with wood that often. I just remember it because not too long ago my dad... It's funny because like my dad, I feel like he doesn't understand how much of an understanding and kind of knack that I have for project management. Because like I know how to make projects actually run successful and stuff. The only thing is I'm not too big of a fan to where I want that to be my day job, you know? And so he was telling me like, oh, you know, I really want to start a garden. And so he was like, okay, come on, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go to Home Depot and get what we need to get. And I was like, what do we need to get? And he didn't know. And that's a big red flag. So here's some project management advice, right? From your local, for some reason, really good at project management, Paprika. Understand what all needs to be done in order for the project to be considered complete. And if it's something like, let's say you're making a game, right? And you have this idea for like, oh, I just want a game where you have to chase around this moving bunny, right? You have to chase around this moving bunny and the whole game is to catch it, right? You can add a bunch of different integrations into that, but the base game will be the player chasing the bunny or something that, or the player being the bunny and not getting caught, right? So understand that that's the base of it, and then from there break it up into many portions, like who's going to code the movement for the player, or like how it's going to be coded, if you're getting your own assets, if you're making your own assets, how you're going to make it work, what engine, and where it'll be released and stuff like that. Like all that stuff can be broken up into steps so that it's actually achievable. Once you have like, not the entire thing, right? You're not going to know exactly like, oh, it's going to be this file size, so we're going to need to upload it in a zip folder or anything like that. You're not going to know these specifics, but knowing the steps of what's going to happen, what's going to come first, and how you're going to achieve that, or at least knowing where to start, that's a good way to start your project. And so, he told me like, oh, I want to make it. And I was like, what do we need? He didn't know. So I was like, all right, first we go measure the backyard. We figure out how much space we want to put and how we're going to arrange them. Then we figure out what sizes of wood we need for the raised beds, because it was going to be a raised bed garden. And then from there, we like exactly write down how many pieces of wood we need and stuff and all the materials, and then we do it. And that's what we did. And now we have a garden in our backyard. And it certainly works out a lot better than just being like, oh, I want to make a garden, and just going to Home Depot, roaming around, buying material, and then realizing, oh, I'm still missing this, I'm still missing that. That's a waste of money, and then you don't know how it's going to end. You don't know when it's considered done, Project management, Paprika? Nah, like for real. It's something that I kind of enjoy, but not enough. Like, I'm not confident enough in it to be like, oh yeah, because when you make it a job, it's like you will get paid based off if other people are able to complete the work that that they should be able to complete, if you're a good project manager, right? And if you're really good, then it very easily gets done, right? But if you're not, then like that's your whole reputation and paycheck on the line. And that's why I don't I don't want to get into project management. I was in it a little bit at school because that's a part of the class, being able to manage projects and make sure you actually finish stuff and stuff like that. But it's too much to actually want a job out of it. You have good structural knowledge, but also sounds like common sense. It is. It's just like you get too wrapped up in your head very easily whenever you start projects, especially when it's stuff that you're passionate about. As a person who, likes art, who likes video game design and stuff, I can understand it. I get it. Like, oh, I want to build this really cool thing and it'll be so fun. And, it'll be amazing. My friends will love it. It'll be a great experience. And oh my God, this will be so cool. And you keep adding and adding more and more stuff to it. But then if you keep working on the little things and you don't focus on like getting the main product done, then you'll never have a game. You'll just have a bunch of assets, a bunch of coding pieces, but you'll never have a working game. So especially for game development, this is a big thing. Make the game first, right? So let's say you want to make a rip-off Pac-Man, right? Whatever. You want to make a rip-off Pac-Man. And so start off with the basic Pac-Man stuff before you're like, oh, I want to add multiplayer though. I want to add, I don't know, first-person shooter elements, whatever it is. Start off with the base element, finish that, and then add other cool stuff. Because let's say you wanted to show it off to someone, right? Oh yeah, I know how to make games. One time I made this Pac-Man ripoff, right? And you show it to them and all you have is like, oh, here were all the assets that I was going to add, and here's like one bit of this that works, but it's not a complete game because I never actually finished it, Like that's not going to make you look good. It's going to make you look like, whatchamacallit, unreliable. And so yeah, it is for the most part common sense. It's just very easy when you're working in the team to get swept up with everyone else's emotions and be like, oh, but let's add this, let's add that. Oh yeah, it'll be great. But then no work ever gets done because everyone's working on side projects instead of the actual project. I remember the first time I dipped my toe into project management was back in, what was it, like high school? Yeah, I think it was high school. But yeah, I was with ROTC And so it's so funny how it happened because I feel like that's so in character for me. So it started with the instructors and they were like, oh yeah, so we're gonna hold this competition. Um, and so whoever is able to, wait, where does this go? So it was, we had to build these hot air balloons, right? And they were like, okay, whoever is able to build a hot air balloon and have it fly the highest, wins like pizza. Like their team gets pizza for like a lunch period, right? And so we were like, oh, that's dope. And I wasn't a fan of pizza, but one of my friends really wanted it. And they were also in my team. So I was like, all right, let's do this, right? I got this. And I forgot how it was that I became the leader of the group. And it wasn't like, oh, you know, we nominate you as a leader. It was literally just like, uh, it was like I was literally assigned as the leader. And so what I did was I assigned everyone, you know, like in teams or whatever, and then we all like did separate things. So we're all working on different bits of the same hot air balloon. And then once it was all done, we assembled it, and ours was the best one. It didn't catch on fire, and it did in fact fly the highest, and it made me so happy, you know? Now the only thing was like halfway through the project, people were like, oh, I don't really want to work on this anymore, but I made sure to kind of like not be on their asses, right? And that's the hardest thing about being a project manager. Sometimes people will want to stop working because they're, you know, tired or whatever. You know, people's mood change throughout the project. And the hardest part is keeping them working. And not to say like, oh, they have to always be working, they have to earn their plate. Like, no, that's not it. But keeping them to where they're still completing what they need to do despite any changes in environment or opinions or whatever, you know, keeping that consistency up so that things get completed in the time that they need to be completed, you know? That's the hardest part, being strict. Because that's probably my least favorite part about it. I hated having to go up to them and be like, hey, you know, are y'all almost done? I need y'all to finish because this should have been finished yesterday. And y'all are just gluing paper. It should not take that long. And like, I always felt so bad. Like, I get it, you know, y'all don't want to work. And yeah, but you know, y'all said y'all wanted the pizza party, so let's do this, you know? And then they'd be like, okay, you know, you could tell that they were kind of like, but they couldn't really say anything because I was like, y'all said y'all wanted this, so I'm just trying to help y'all achieve it. And the Grim Reaper all the way up. Nice. People are hard to manage because everyone has different lives and goals. Exactly. No one's the same, so there's not a way to make sure like something works for everyone. Man, this is so like not not straight. Okay, this first, and then that. There we go. Okay, I think that's about right. And just align it down there. But yeah, it is like a really satisfying feeling whenever it's completed. Oh yeah, but ever since that, I feel like I've always been very, oh my god, detail orientated. It didn't click the way I needed it to, and that's so annoying to me. Okay. Why is that crooked though? Why is, whoa, whoa. Okay, you go back on and think about what you did because that was so disrespectful. Is this on right? Oh. Well, it's not anymore. I'm willing to bet it wasn't even on right. Okay, it's a 4-piece and a 3-piece, 3-piece. And go here. Okay, and then this is supposed to go like this. So why is it not doing what it needs to do? It's probably because all of my blocks are crooked. There we go. And then finish putting this on and don't push too hard so that you don't pop it off. There we go. And then from there, it's a 2-piece. And that goes in the middle of this. Oh, no. There we go. I'm glad it still has exit holes and it's not like very small exit holes at that. There we go. And then 2x4. There we go. Are Gundam builds harder than this? Because I would hope that they're not, because they look pretty fun. So I would want to do one someday, but I feel like it'd be easier because you can tell the pieces apart more. Hey best friend, do you believe in the Grim Reaper? I do. My family is very superstitious, and so I believe that a lot of stuff exists. It's terrifying slightly. Okay, so that one's 2x6. I need another 2x6. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, this. There we go. And then from there, 2 2x3s. This is 1. This is 2. And they go aligned to the top of these pieces. There we go. Oh my god, that just reminded me. So, if anyone knows of an anime called Diabolic Lover, right? Or Diabolic Lovers, it's an anime in and of itself. I can't really say that I'm a fan. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So, I've never watched it completely because after a couple of episodes, I just got so annoyed that the main character had no backbone. But, like, I get it to an extent, but, like, it got really boring after a while. But not too long ago, I saw an image and it was, like, of somebody and they'd posted, like, oh yeah, you know, I've just been, you know, a bunch of brain rot on it, so here's their whole family tree and stuff. And I read all of it. I read all of it and it was so much more wild than I thought it was, because it was like, oh yeah, these people are cousins and these people are the same people, and this person had a relationship with, like, technically their mother or something like that. And it's like, what? Oh my god, it's so much more wild than I gave it credit for. Because I knew it was, like, it was a lot, but I didn't think it was that much, you know? But yeah, it was crazy. I cannot believe that. I guess it's just one of those series where, like, it starts off and then the more you go, the more, like, oh, plot twist, but actually this. Oh, plot twist, but actually that. Which, like, is great in its own right, I'm sure. Kind of like, what's that one series called? I think it's Vampire Knight. Yeah, that one. I didn't watch the entirety of it, but oh my god, that reveal when, like, oh look, they're actually siblings, and it's like, oh god. Why? But yeah. And, like, I'm a big fan of Yona of the Dawn. I haven't read the entire thing, because unfortunately it still has not been animated yet. For a hot minute, I was, like, holding on hope, like, oh, one day they'll animate it, so I'm just waiting for when it gets animated so that I can watch it, you know, animated instead of having to read it, but I don't think it's gonna get animated. So I read, like, a couple chapters in. The thing is, I don't want to, like, read from the spot that the anime was in, because then what if I miss, and more than likely I will, a bunch of details that they didn't go over in the anime, you know? Vampire Knight, yes. It's a whole moment. Okay, what's up with this? Oh, I know. Okay, because, like, you see this hangs over the edge right here? Right? Like, right there. And so I put it to where it hangs over the edge by 1. But then that wasn't matching up, and that's because this is lined up wrong. It's supposed to be lined up with the second block, not the third block. Or third bump or whatever. What are they called? Are they called notches? They would make sense if they were called notches. Because that's what they are, little notches in the block. And I broke off the wrong one. Oh my god. The entire tail came off. Okay, it's fine. I can use this to my advantage. Maybe. Hopefully. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Lego, we call it stud. Ah, that makes sense, that makes sense. So I broke it. Not like broken, but it came off. It very much came off. Every top bump is called a stud. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, that's what I'll call them, studs. It does make sense. That's like another thing in construction too, right? It's like, yeah, wall studs. They're like, ooh, it broke off. They're like the frames of the walls that they put the sheetrock on and stuff, right? Ah, and then is it sheetrock or sheetrock? Because I feel like it's sheetrock, but I would also understand if it was like, oh, well, sheetrock and sheetrock are two different things. But they sound very similar, because that would also make sense. Oh, no! Okay, wait. Maybe instead of making my life more difficult, I'll actually make it more difficult. Come on. Right there. Oh, it is. There it goes. Just have to get the right angle. Okay, where does this go? This goes here. There we go. Construction people be like, show something but don't touch. So wants to touch it, but I have to stop. So yeah, like whatchamacallit, the insulation and stuff, or like fiberglass. Is it fiberglass? I think it's fiberglass. It might not be, but the like pink and fluffy stuff, I think it is insulation. Oh my god, it is so itchy if you get it on your skin, but it looks so fluffy. But don't ever touch it. It's not worth it, trust me. Because yes, I have touched the forbidden fluff. But it wasn't because I was dumb, it was because I had to go get something and there was a lot of stuff around it, so I inadvertently touched it, which was not great for me. Okay, I just gotta get this back in. How? Okay, wait. Actually. What's that meme? Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Cement mixture? Oh my god, yes. It looks so like soupy and like mud, and I like playing in mud. So like I want to touch it, but no, we should not. We should in fact not touch it, because it is in fact very hard. So no bueno to touch, unfortunately. I'm sad to say, sad to admit, but it was not made for touching. Right there. I need another 3-piece, which are over here. What else? Like paint? Oh my god. Okay, so I love the smell of paint, right? Like a freshly painted room. Oh my god, so good. But it's bad for you. So don't smell paint, guys. It's bad for you. Oh my god, have y'all seen that Vine? Or like that TikTok, whatever it is. It's a short video, right? And it's of this this old man, and he's eating paint, but he thought it was like yogurt or something. And so he's just like covered in it. Oh my god, that's literally so funny. Intrusive thoughts. Literally. Oh my god, and the smell of fresh wood, right? Like fresh, whatchamacallit? Planks of wood. It smells so good. I love the smell of new wood. So like freshly built rooms, places that are under construction. Usually indoors, right? Because like outdoors, you can't really smell it. It just smells like outdoors. But fresh construction, literally my favorite thing to smell. And I attached that wrong. Yep, I attached that. Wait. Oh, okay. So I did this completely. Oh my god, why? Okay. I just... Oh, okay. Shh, nobody panic. Nobody panic. Everybody stay calm. Just stay calm. Hold the line. Hold the line. Okay. Right there. Perfect. There we go. Friends talked about short skits in general. Some are amazing. Yes. Some of them are like just so fucking good. There we go. I'm personally a big fan of I smell like beef. Because it's so funny. And then didn't she go on TikTok recently? She was like, I think it was really poetic. You know, y'all are missing the point. And I felt that. I kind of related to that story because there's this one joke in my family where one time, small Paprika, right? She'd fallen asleep after a really long night. And then she woke up and I looked in the mirror, right? Because at that time, the bed that I had a headboard with like a mirror right above your head. And so I woke up, right? And I kind of looked in the mirror and I thought my hair was like really frizzy, you know? And so I was like, haha, you know, my hair is really like poofy and stuff. They're probably going to say something about it. And so as I'm waking up, my parents are also waking up, right? And they're like, oh, you know, hey, good morning. And I kind of like, I looked in the mirror and I pointed. And the thing is, if you've ever seen like the Chucky doll, you know, it has very like frizzy, poofy hair, right? And so I was like, it reminded me of that. So I said, I looked in the mirror and I like pointed and I was like, Chucky. Ah, Chucky. That's what I said. And they were like, oh my God, she thinks she's Chucky. And they like died of laughter. I didn't think it was that funny. But ever since then, I guess they thought that I wasn't like really conscious yet. And they were like, oh my God, I remember when you were smaller and you were like, ah, Chucky, because you thought you looked like Chucky and you got scared of the mirror. And the thing is, I was fully conscious then. I knew what I was thinking. And it wasn't that, oh, I genuinely thought I looked like Chucky. It was that my hair texture reminded me of the Chucky doll. But they're still like, ha ha ha, that was so funny. And it's like, no, it's not. It's really not. Oh my gosh. This align to the two inner ones. There we go. Yay, the dog is starting to show. Yeah, look, it has the start of a tail and the start of the collar. I am doing it. I hope I'm not too close to the mic. My face is like right next to it because I'm trying to look at everything the way I'm supposed to be. So I'm trying not to be too loud either, but in turn that makes my my voice softer. Okay. This goes here. I had the same issue when people thought I was crazy going around looking for something. Oh my gosh. It really be like that. Two. There we go. Okay, now this side. When they came back to me about it, I told them I was awake, but there was a bug that I had to remove immediately. Oh my gosh, yes. Bugs, I hate that. It's so funny, like, whenever nobody else sees it. And not because it's like, oh, it's not there, it's a figment of your imagination. Just like, it's too small or they're not paying attention to the right spot so they don't understand. And you just, like, you're frantically moving to try and get rid of it or, you know, like, move away from it. And they're just like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? What's going on? And it's just like, there is a bug. How are you not fearing for your life right now? Oh my gosh. I remember one time, right? So one of my little brothers, he is like super afraid of wasps. He always like, he makes such a big deal out of it, right? So it can be kind of annoying. So one day we were sitting at the kitchen table, we're eating breakfast, right? And I was talking at the moment, so all eyes were on me. And then I happened to look up just because, you know, I was talking like I normally do, and I kind of like looked up and I noticed that there was a wasp on the roof. And so I kind of like continued talking to try not to alert everyone. And then I just immediately stop and I'm like, hey, little brother, don't look up at the roof, right? Because I wanted him not to look so that he wouldn't freak out, because then it would get annoying. And immediately as I say that, he looks up. And then, like, he starts freaking out or whatever, and I was like, I literally just told you not to look up. Like, I looked you in the eye and everything, and I was like, don't look up. And then, let me look up. Like, oh god. Oh my gosh. Wasps are the most annoying insect in the animal kingdom? For real. They're, like, so mean for no reason. Oh my gosh. I've been lucky enough to not have been stung by a wasp ever, but that's not something that I want to experience. So it'd be great if I could continue with that streak of just not getting stung. If you want someone not to look, just don't say anything about it. See, because the thing was, my intent was to be like, hey, don't look, and then he would continue to maintain eye contact with me so that he wouldn't look. And then from there, I would be like, okay, everybody stand up from the table, and we're gonna go over to the room, and then I'd tell my dad about it, and then he would take care of the wasp, right? That was the intention. That's how I planned the interaction to go. But immediately as I say that, he looks and everybody looks, and then we're all like, oh, a wasp. And then, you know, like, it wasn't too bad, right? It just at that point I wasn't in control of the situation anymore, and so because I wasn't sure what he was gonna do, if he was gonna scream or something, if he was gonna start flying around, I hid under the table. It was something that I was not really willing to risk. Okay, I need 2 4 pieces there. Okay, they're not here, but they're over here in this bag that I spilled. Okay, so that's not it. There we go. But yeah, what scares me the most about, not people, but like being in situations with other people, you underestimate curiosity. Oh yeah, no, I knew to some extent that, like, oh, there's no way that they're not gonna look, but you know, you can still hope, you can still try and execute the thing to where everything turns out fine. But the thing that's kind of like makes me scared to like whenever there's multiple people involved, I'm never sure exactly how they're gonna react. Like I can predict a little bit of it, but like never to where I completely get exactly what they're gonna do, you know? And so that's the thing that can be not really frustrating, but a little bit annoying for me, who like when anything changes, I'm like, ah, this is how I'm gonna approach it. But when there's someone else involved, it's like, well, if they, you know, make any decisions that affect me, then I have to deal with that too. And so that it's like, it makes the equation unstable, if that makes any sense. Okay, that's a 3-piece, and that's a 4 pieces. 4 pieces, 2 piece. These are 3 pieces. Wait, 3 pieces go that way. There's like a part up here where they started getting mixed in, so I'm trying to sort them correctly again, based off of my knowledge of the contents of both bags. Okay, next is 2 2 pieces and 2 3 pieces. For those. So these have 2 pieces. That's 1. And that's 2. But that's not the right color. Right there. There we go. Do 2 pieces. And then 2 3 pieces right here. There we go. So, yeah. Oh my god. You know how I've mentioned before that, like, oh, I know what things feel like in my mouth just from looking at it. I can, like, pretty accurately think of how it's gonna feel in my mouth. I know what these Legos are gonna feel like in my mouth. I'm not gonna put them in my mouth, but if I were to, I would already know what they'd feel like in my mouth. And so, I don't know, I felt the need to tell y'all because it just recently came to me. Because I have to actively think, like, ah, what if I put these in my mouth? Then it'll activate my awesome superpower of knowing how things are gonna feel. I've been having the same dream for days now. Yo, what dream? I don't think I've been having dreams recently. Or there was one that I had, but I can't remember what it was about. But I know I had a dream about, like, streaming or something. Like, it had something to do with my stream. I think it was either that, like, I hit go live while I was trying to set up some stuff for it, and then I panicked. And then, like, I had also missed my stream time or something like that. So I was like, oh no, I messed up so bad this time. And then I woke up and I was like, ah, never mind, it's fine. I'm fine. Okay, this goes aligned with this. And this goes aligned there. There we go. And from there it needs the 1 piece and the 2x3s. 1 piece and 2x3s. 2x3s are here. And the 1 pieces are over here, I believe. What's really weird about having consecutive dreams is whenever they take place in the same, like, areas or something. And then, like, if you recognize that. And then have you ever heard those, like, horror stories where it's like, oh, yeah, I realized that I was in a dream and that people weren't real. And, like, there was someone in there that was like, ah, I know that you know this isn't real, and oh, look, scary. I'm gonna come and find you in real life. And then they wake up and they're just like, whoa. That's not good. A piece flicked out, and I'm not sure which one it is, and I thought it was gonna be a blue one, but it might not be a blue one. Yeah, no, I'm fucked. I'm sure I'll find it when the time comes. Oh no, wait, I think it was that. I hope it was that, at least. I've been waking up on a hill over and over through obstacles and memory dies after going through a metal mesh door guarded by Russian Pomeranians playing poker every time. Whoa. Some like Alice in Wonderland type stuff. Let me just take a sip of, what was it called again? Fish air juice. Man, it's been a while since I've called it that. I like how I said a sip. This is a very misleading description to how I drink water. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if I've said this before. That's the thing, sometimes I cycle through stories too fast to where I end up retelling a story before it's been fully cycled. But one time I had a dream that we went to like this garage sale, and for some reason it was held... Okay, it was kind of like a garage sale in where, you know, they had tables of stuff that were previously owned, and we were there to like look for stuff to buy, right? But the place that it was held in was like in the sky or something. It was like this weird, kind of like in Mario Super, like Mario Bros World or whatever, the classic platformers and stuff. Like for example, Mario 3D World, right? Mario Bros Wii, that's the one I was trying to think of. But the star level where it's like in the sky, in the clouds, it was kind of like that. And, you know, it was like a really weird place to have a garage sale, and that's what kind of made me be like, why is it here? And that dream ended, and however it ended, I can't really remember. It wasn't important, but like a week later, I had a dream where we were like in the same place. Like we had again gone with the intent of going to a garage sale, and then we were at that place, and I got like this just intense deja vu, like, wait a minute, I think we've been here before. Yeah, and then right as I realized, wait, this was from my other dream last week, that's when I woke up. So yeah. I won the game 2 times before with a full house and straight flush. Love the vividness, to be honest. Yo, so you played poker with them. That's dope. I do not know how to play poker. The only casino game that I know is blackjack, but that's because it's like relatively easy. They have stuff to sell, Pep, not good enough real estate to sell on the ground. The property tax on the ground and house expenses are too high. That would make a hell of a lot of sense, especially in this economy. Oh my god, but it was so crazy because, like, I don't know, you know how like people are like, oh, all the people that you see in your dreams are people that you've seen at one point or another in your life because your brain can't make up faces. Like, that's what gets me. And sometimes I wonder if it's the same for places, which I doubt it, right? Because there are definitely places that I've been in my dream that I've never been in real life that don't resemble any place at all in real life for me. And so that's why I don't think that's necessarily true. But yeah, like some of the people that I've seen in my dreams, it's like I don't remember these people. It's crazy. There's been like a couple dreams too where I've had where like I'm so convinced in my dreams that I've known these people for like years and they're like my best friends. And then when I wake up, I'm like, I've never met those people before in my life from what I can remember. So I just like made up this whole thing about us being friends or something, and it's so like the connections are so real in your dream, you know? I don't think I've seen Russian poker Pomeranians. Yeah, no, I assumed you meant like some type of dog breed, and so I just wasn't gonna question it. I was like, that's a weird name for a dog breed, but then again, you have stuff like Dachshund or what's another one, like Shih Tzu and stuff like that. Like, who names them? But what am I gonna do? Complain? Nah, it's not even that big of a deal. Okay, so I just put that piece, so now I need a 4 and a 2 block. So here's a 4, and here's a 2 block, and then it goes attached where? Okay, 1 stud under me, including vocabulary. There we go. And then this goes in there. Easy peasy. Another step complete. This one took a little longer, but it's fine. Because at the end of the day, it's complete. There we go. Now I can go over to the next page. That's the next page, right? 28. Yeah, this is step 2. Okay, good. Okay, this one looks like it doesn't have as many blocks on it. Okay, it starts off with a 1 piece, a 2x3, and another 1 piece. 1, 2x3, 1. 1, 2x3, 1. Here's the 2x3. It needs a brown one and the other 1 brick. Let's see. It might not be in this one. Might be over here. The first few pages is a lot. Now it's the easy part. Easy till the head comes up. Yeah, for real. It has like a dip in it, so it's like, okay, here's a little bit of a breather for you, you know, get confident again before we like smash your dreams of ever being able to complete this. And let me tell you, they do a pretty damn good job, because there are times where I'm like, I'll get through in no time, this is so easy, I don't know what I was on about, and then I like continue looking through the manual and I'm like, that's what I was talking about. Is in fact not as easy as I would like it to be. Why the hell? Why did I get a 2x3 piece if it's not a blue one that it's supposed to be? Okay. Okay, so this goes here. There we go. And this goes here. And then this goes right over there. There we go, there we go. It's creepy how the head looks, because it like shows the whites of the eyes. How did I fold this? Oh, that's why. It's weird. But yeah, if you look, excuse me while I bonk everything. Okay, but like, it shows the whites of the eyes, and so it's gonna be creepy whenever I get there. Like, it's weird looking. Okay, page 29, and then let me just fold it the opposite way, because that's totally the best way to handle that. Okay, I'll start off with that one. Okay, so there's a 4-piece there. There we go. And then from there it's a 3 and a 3. And they peek out from one side each, respectively. Right there. There we go. There's a 3-piece and a corner piece on each side that are blue. It's annoying, I'm gonna have to start using the blue pieces more often. So because of that, I'm gonna need to go into these baggies a lot more. What was it again? A corner and a 3. 2 corners and a 3. 2 corners and a 3. Okay, it's not here. It has to be here. 2 corners and a 3. 2 corners and a 3. There it is. There's 1 corner. There's another corner. And a 3. It's a 4. I don't want to push it away so I can't like push it too down because then it like buries under all the other blocks, which would be no bueno. Okay, put that there. That goes over there. Okay. Oh wait, I'm on this one. Okay, so the 3 goes next to these. I only pulled out 1 3. Ooh, a corner, the L block. Yeah, the L block. I just recognize it because it's the only thing with... I mean, technically the other pieces do have corners, but it processes more in my head as a corner than an L. Hello? Where's the 3 block? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Just when I think I see it, it's a 2 block or a 2 by 3 or something like that. Okay, okay, I'm getting scared. It better be in the other one. Because if it's not, I'm gonna cry. Okay, good. It's right here. Bug. There we go. Panic. Literally. And the thing is that, like, there's only a small section that it could have been in, but I was so confident about the little ones that are different colored. Okay, this goes right here. I'm glad how symmetrical they made it, because then if I'm ever not sure about where something goes, I can just check the other side that I usually have already assembled. Because I notice that I assemble something and then realize I don't know what step I'm on. Okay, wait, if this is like that, then this goes like this. Okay, and then this goes like that. No, wait, like that. Yeah. See, sometimes like my brain does not work in 3D, so like this, I'm like, wait, where does that apply to this? So I just have to match it with the instructions that I'm seeing so that I'm like, ah, okay, it goes right here. Oh my god, it's a life hack. If you don't understand it at a specific direction because it's showing you in a different direction, then just move the thing to that same direction. Then it makes it easier to understand rather than being like, ah, let me do this whole quadratic formula to figure out where that is in relation to the other piece. There we go. The other 2 by 3. Embody the 3D printer mentality. Exactly. It's what the 3D it's what the 3D printer would have wanted. Oh my gosh. Okay, next is a 4-piece on each side. So like that. Then it goes attached to this one. There we go. There we go. I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but you know how people are like, oh yeah, fake your confidence, people don't know when you're faking confidence, right? That's like really fucking hard to do. Because what does confidence look like, you know? I put this on the wrong side, didn't I? I did. Like, what exactly is that? Because I feel like the only time I'm confident is whenever I know about a thing, you know? And so when I'm faking it, how do I fake it? Because the only time that I show that I know about something is whenever I explain it. And so then I can't do that whenever I'm faking it. So it's like harder. But it literally just is, from my experience, right? Because I've had to fake it till you make it before. But from my experience, it's literally just like treating things with the same confidence you would have if you actually did know. And just, you know, don't let it get too much to your head. Don't be like, I know everything. I don't actually need to know. I just need to pretend that I know, because that's not how it works. You have to go at it with a secret intent to learn as you go. And then everything works out. But it's hard to do in certain situations, you know? Like interviews. The only way that I've seen that works the best is literally just don't... It's my same feelings towards testing too. Because we had a lot of testing whenever I grew up. Like, oh, we gotta make sure, you know, you're to the standard of the state or whatever. A lot of state testing. So people get nervous a lot for tests. And I never did, because I knew it was just whatever we learned in class. And because of that, you know, we didn't really exactly know what to study. So I wouldn't study. I was just like, oh, well, you know, I understand the class pretty well, so there shouldn't be a reason for me to be worried. And yeah, I did well on my tests. So from my experience, it's literally just like, know that whatever you're usually going in for, you should have at least the base knowledge of it in order to navigate the space that you're going to go into. And so, that was step 29. And so once you realize that you are, in fact, ready and able to handle the space that you're going into, then it makes it a lot less scary. At least for me. That was always how I managed to cope with a lot of that stuff. I can't pick it up. Oh, wait, there it goes. There we go. The pieces are getting like tinier and tinier. Go. Being prepared does a lot. Yeah. It can help to like reinforce the idea of, yeah, I know what's going on and I'll be fine because of that. Yeah, I'm not saying like, oh, just wing everything, because that's a horrible idea. Anxiety-wise as well. Yeah. One of the things I like to do a lot, because like I get anxiety whenever I meet new people and stuff. Because it's like, you know, I don't know what they'll say. I don't know them enough to predict what it'll be like. And, you know, like, at best I know one side of them. And it's just like, from very brief moments. So it can be difficult to be like, they seem like this kind of person. So it's a little difficult, but one of the easier things to do is just prepare like a couple questions. And really understand what's the reason behind you meeting them, you know? If it's like, I don't know, y'all are on a team together, you know? Understand... Well, it also depends, like, what team, you know? Or, like, why. It's hard to describe other than you gotta know the reason for y'all having met. And then be able to work around that. So, like, if you're both students and you're assigned to a group project together, and, you know, like, y'all are gonna be partners for the time being, you don't have to go at it with the intent of becoming their best friend, just at the intent of being able to work with them. And so maybe understanding their work style and stuff. So like, oh man, you know, deadlines are so scary, huh? See how they react to that. And stuff like that, you know, that can be really useful. Knowing how the partner is going to work. Versus if you know, like are set up on a blind date, then obviously you're going to want to ask questions or start conversations about things that are less neutral, you know? Well, not necessarily like, oh, what's your opinion on this very controversial topic, you know? Because that's just a perfect way to sour a date. But, you know, something not too controversial, but not too neutral either, you know? Like, oh, how do you feel about the beach? You know, or a better way to phrase that would be, oh, I really like the beach. I went to the beach over in Florida. The water was really pretty, but it was really hot and humid. When's the last time you went to the beach? You know, something like that. So that way it gives them a lot of, and I heard this in a video, a lot of threads to go off of in terms of conversation. They can talk about Florida. They can talk about how they don't like humidity either. They can talk about the last time that they went to the beach. They can talk about, you know, whether they can swim or not. It gives them a lot of different ways to approach that conversation as well. And a blind date, I like how I like getting to know people so much. I felt that. Yeah, meeting new people is always like really interesting because, yeah, like I said earlier, people have these like whole stories to them, and just like learning them, like, oh, what I'd give to be a fly on the wall, you know? Because then I just listen. That used to be my favorite thing as a kid. My family members talked a lot in Spanish, and I got to learn so much about the family via that way. Because they literally treated me like a fly on the wall. But it was good, because then I learned a lot. A lot more than I probably should know, but it's fine. Good conversationalists can pick off so much from that. Exactly. It sucks whenever whenever you use those tactics with people who like are essentially in the same boat as me sometimes, where it's like, oh, I'm not sure where to start. I've gotten better at it, but I know some people still, they're like, I'm not sure what to say, so they'll just like, you know, if I had done that sentence to them, like, oh, you know, the beach is humid in Florida, and when's the last time you went to the beach? They'd be like, oh, I went like last fall and it was really fun, and that's it. Gives you nothing to work with, so you essentially have to approach again with like a same type of, look, here's a bunch of different topics that we could talk about. And sometimes when they don't respond to those either, you have to like kind of reach for those yourself, if that makes any sense. Like, instead of being like, oh, you know, this and that, you just, okay, wait, what? There's, okay. What step am I on? Okay, I'm on step 30. There's that. And the platform 1, platform 2. We're on platform 3. Oh, okay, no, wait, that was right. I don't know why that was so confusing for me. Oh my gosh. Let's see. You were also the voice recorder in your family? Yeah, pretty much. Like, the family's talking about whatever, and you're just there when someone asks you about it, you know, the full details on it. Yeah, they never asked me, and I think I said this before as well, so excuse me if I repeat myself, but I'm a place where secrets go to die. And so I never like said anything, because the few times that it would slip, which was like very, very rarely, I stopped it very early on because of, you know, the backlash that you get for revealing secrets that aren't yours to reveal. And so like I stopped doing that, and that's why now I'm the graveyard of secrets, because the amount of times that I've been told, like, that's not your thing to say. It's like, well, okay, it's the truth though, but alright. Yeah, it's very complicated, very complicated. That's why I value truth so much now, because it's so much easier whenever everybody's just telling the truth, because then you can take everything at face value, you know? You don't have to be like, oh, well, they might have meant it with this intent or something. Oh my gosh. It's just, you never say if nobody asks, but we know. Literally. But it makes me feel very cool. It makes up for like the... Because I feel like I, at root, am a very average person. And so it gives me like a little edge. Like, look, I may be average in everything else, but the amount of knowledge I have, that's my skill. Which is like great up to a certain point. There we go. always really like those characters that are like, I think they call them crouching tigers. Because they're like, oh look, it's this comedic relief character, but actually they're super good at this. I've never had that, so... So I've always been like, one day I want to have a super awesome skill that I can just open up and be like, look, I'm goated at this. I'm amazing. Now fill it with candy and smash it on the ground. Oh my god, yeah. The Infinity Pinata. The underdogs. Not exactly the underdog, right? Because the underdog, usually they like train for their stuff. Much rather the like assisting character. Where they're like, oh, you know, like they've been along with them the entire journey, and like right before they meet up with the final boss, or like while they're trying to get to the final boss, one of the underlings is like, oh, look, I'm so difficult to deal with. And then that person will step up and they'll be like, okay, I didn't, like, I'll handle this, you go on ahead. And then they're like the most, like, strongest character and stuff like that. That type. I've always wanted to be something like that, but I have failed to be innately talented at something to the point where I could get a skill like that or something. There we go. Let's see. Take a break. Ah, no worries. I'm so good. Also, welcome in, Monster, and thank you for worrying. Silent killers? Yes, yes. Going to chill out the rest of the night. Everybody enjoy the rest of the night and the weekend. Okay, stay safe, Kevin. Make sure to drink your milk, eat your vegetables, and don't talk to strangers, or at least try and use your best judgment. I, like, lost myself halfway through saying that. I was like, wait, what was I saying? Okay, from here, this is gonna go there. There we go. And there we go. And that's gonna be a 2x4. So right there, and this goes next to it. And then I'm gonna need a 1 piece for both sides. You're an artist. You're being very creative is such a skill. Well, I mean, yeah, but, and okay, so, so here's the process, right? Here's something that I'll point out, and fun fact is actually the root for like a lot of my shorts. Sometimes whenever I'm like, hey, you know, don't beat yourself up for that, I'll have these moments where I'm like, oh, well, you know, yeah, this, but also this, right? So right now I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not really talented at much, right? And so you're like, oh, well, you know, you're an artist. Why'd I say it like that? Artist. You're an artist and you're creative, and it's like, well, yeah, you know, there's a little bit of that, but I'm not the best. The thing is, it's hard to ever be the best. There's always a bigger fish out there, and I don't think anyone really is the best. We all have our own strengths, and so I need to acknowledge that and realize it's not about being the best, it's about the fact that I am able to do that in the first place. And that in itself is considered a skill, because I'm sure those like beefy fighters that come out of the woodworks whenever the main character needs it the most, they're probably not the best fighter ever, you know? Because like they're not the main character. Not to say the main character is the best either. They also go through their own hero's journey. But we are still talented nonetheless, and talented does not equal the best. And so we have to acknowledge that, and then be able to accept that the best isn't talent, and talent isn't the best. And realize that regardless of everything, we are our best and worst. And we should accept that wholly. Yeah. And so yeah, that's the process on that and stuff. So don't be afraid to admit sometimes that what you're thinking is wrong, because like what I was thinking before, it's wrong. Because yeah, I may not be the best, but who is, you know? Let's see. Wait, to me it's 4 a.m. Nah, if my dad finds out, oh my god, make sure to stay safe and keep the volume down, then that, or go to bed, because you know you do need your rest. Let's see, well, 2 hours live and got pretty far compared to last time. Exactly. And I still have what? Actually, I have 7 minutes left, right? Yeah, I started at 6, so yeah, I have like 2, 3, 7. I can count. So 7 more minutes left. So yeah, look at that. Progress is progress. And that's the thing too. the characters sometimes that I like compare myself to, not character, but characters, plural, right? Because media really does affect us more than we realize. It's definitely like made me want to pursue a lot more things. Like the whole reason that I got back into art was, and like especially professionally, right? Because before I was just gonna settle for like, oh, you know, I'll help build systems for this or something. The reason why I hopped back into actually being creative in art was because of Blue Period. Highly recommend that anime. It just makes me so happy because, okay, here's a little bit of a spiel on it, right? Because the main character, he kind of has the same way of thinking of like, oh, I'm not talented. And at first he wasn't really all that into art. He knew how to work hard, right? And he knew that he was good at working hard. And then one day he discovers that he has a passion for art. But guess what? He's not all that good because he just started. He'd literally like not really done art or taken it seriously at all before. And then he realizes, oh shit, I want to pursue this. And so he sees a bunch of other characters that are like talented and stuff, and he compares himself to them. But what he does in his case is that he's like, well, I'll do what I've always done. I'll just put my nose down and work hard. And that's what he does. And that's something that I feel like I can relate to like a lot more than I even want to acknowledge. Because I know that I'm persistent. I know that I can endure a lot. And so that's what I'm using to my advantage. That's how I'm gonna be able to grow any skill that I need to grow and stuff. I'm gonna repeatedly go at it. I mean, y'all have seen this. Y'all see the progress between like one stream and like, what, maybe 2 hours off camera? Just having the patience to go at it again and trying, even if like I still felt embarrassed from from last stream where like I made so many errors, you know, but y'all can see now, you learn, you progress with time. It just takes time, and you gotta acknowledge that not all progress is linear. And even if it is for a bit, it doesn't ultimately define who you are. One bad instance of something does not ultimately define the final say in that thing. I have no idea where these pieces go. Oh my gosh. About 7 minutes, yeah. Pet, please pray for me not to die in the morning. Yeah, no, you should go to bed. Y'all need to sleep, guys. Y'all need so much energy for the days. I love how you subscribe to notifications technically screaming my people. I love it so much. Yes, whenever I was setting it up, I wanted, because like there was the initial default alerts and stuff, but I wanted it to be something meaningful because it really does mean a lot whenever I see people like, oh, you know, this is neat. Let me subscribe. It means a lot to me. And I'm a huge fan of Technoblade, so I have a bit of his merch and stuff, and so I was like kind of I was looking up a lot to him, especially at that time. And so one of my favorite videos was of him playing with Skeppy, and specifically the like thing where he's dropping, I think it's pigs on him, but they're actually creepers. And then he runs towards the village and he's like, my people, and he pretends to be a villager. I find that one so funny. And I thought, oh my god, that's a great notification sound, because when someone subscribes, it's like they're saying like, yeah, you know, I want to stick around for this. So it's like they're becoming my people. So yeah, that was the thought process for that one. And I think it's really fitting. Or at least it fits the way that I feel about it, you know? And so yeah, I think I'll just finish this step and then call it a night. Yeah, because I need to go eat. Yeah, I love it so much. Yeah. It's great. I'm glad that nobody got annoyed with it or anything. Because that was my only fear. Is like, what if people are like, actually you shouldn't be doing that. Oh god, now it's 5 AM, I need to sleep. Yeah, no, go to bed. Monster. You probably have stuff to do tomorrow. You really gotta go to bed. This is Paprika, your local internet maned wolf. Go to bed. I'm Paprika and I approve that message. Plus, I'm about to get off too. I have like 3 more minutes. And I'm only gonna finish these last couple steps before I go off, so... I mean, either way, the live's about to end, and then what are you gonna do? Doom scroll? Nah, get some rest. You need it. There we go. I love Technoblade, so I find it fun when I hear it, because I miss, you know... Yeah, I feel you. I miss him. Yeah. Yeah, so... whatchamacallit. So yeah, I feel you. I always get this like sense of nostalgia, but it makes me happy. You know? Gone but never forgotten type stuff. Was it a 2x3 that I needed or a 2x4? Better have been a 2x3. I mean, it better have been a 2x4 because I just pulled out 2x4, so it'd be really not great if it was not. Yeah, they are 2x4s. Pog. The life advice he gives is so great. Literally, literally. For me, it's 11 p.m. Yesterday, you instead of playing Bread and Bread, I finished it at 1 a.m. for me. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you were able to catch it and it wasn't like too late. Because yeah, it makes me happy when people still catch the streams and stuff. But like, if it costs y'all like sleep or something and it affects y'all throughout the day, it's not gonna make me feel great about my stream times, you know? I try and schedule them like at relatively decent times. The only thing is, you know, where a time is good for one person, it's not good for another, so there's no winning. But I don't know, I think the recent times have been pretty good. I've done it to where, hopefully, to some extent, it catches people right after work and or school. And sometimes I mix in some like still earlier streams for other people who maybe have a different schedule and stuff. Yeah. Technoblade never dies. I think mine was exactly after waking up. I think it was 8 a.m. or so. Oh wow, so it was like early for y'all. I like being here until the end of it, so nice and chill. Yeah, towards the end it's always like the energy is not necessarily lower, but you know, a little more chill. Okay, I need 3 blocks. And so I went back up into the, okay, you know, thank y'all for sticking around and stuff like that. This is a 4-piece, this is not a 3-piece. There we go, and that, yeah, there we go. And then right there. There we go. And then this is already there. So there we go! Yay, there's number 31. Let me go ahead and write that down, because otherwise I'm gonna forget. Oh, there's a pen. Number 31. There we go. Okay, so let me go and start moving stuff away so that I can end stream properly. That should be fine. I'll clean this up after I end. So let me go ahead and go back here. And then go there. Go here. Oh, well that works too, I guess. Does that turn off the music for y'all too? Yeah, it does. It does. Pog. There we go. Be safe, drink your milk, don't talk to strangers, eat your fruits and vegetables. Oh, and tomorrow I have to go to the park. Okay, I will leave. Goodbye. Goodbye, Monster! So yeah, just like Monster said, all y'all stay safe. Again, thank you so much for sticking around. It always means literally a bunch to me, more than I can express. So yeah, with that, I'll go ahead and leave y'all. I will see y'all Monday, more than likely. I'm not sure. I know no streams this weekend because I gotta catch up on work to get ahead of my work, ideally. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and leave y'all. What is it? Be safe, drink your milk, eat your vegetables, don't talk to strangers, or at least try and use your best judgment. And I will see y'all Monday. Stay safe, y'all. Bye! Nice stream today. Bye-bye. Thank you for the stream. Oh, I appreciate y'all. Never forget, y'all mean a lot more to at least one person than y'all realize. Y'all are literally paper cranes to some extent on the wall that I look to in hard times. So y'all mean a lot, okay? Don't ever let yourselves be like, oh, I mean nothing to the world, because I'm here to say that's wrong. That's wrong, and I can say it for a fact, okay? Alright, so take care, all y'all, okay? Bye! Bye! I gotta find the tab, and it's all the way over here. There we go. Bye!